We are live here on Twitch, and we're going to give about a 10-minute warning for folks to join in here, as we got two big games coming up as we will come pretty close to concluding this season here of the Miami Dolphins franchise. We're going to play two games today. We got Washington at home, and we got New England at home, which is going to be a primetime game. And then we will hit the road for two of our last three. So we're going to wait about 10 minutes here. We'll make the thumbnail for the YouTube, because right after this, we upload it to YouTube, and we let the folks watch it there who didn't get a chance to watch it here. So we'll take a look at the standings and you see where we are, and that's why this is must win, as we are 5-6, and we got a couple of 6-5 teams ahead of us. So we're gonna, as you said, if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, go ahead and scroll about 10 minutes in, and that's when we'll begin. For those here on Twitch that are watching live, we'll get going in just about 10 minutes here. We're gonna design the thumbnail while we're waiting for folks to jump on in. Let's see here. I guess we can talk. We can talk a little bit while we're putting the YouTube thumbnail together. Said we're waiting for folks to jump in, so it'll be about 10 minutes or so before we get going. Trying to find a cool picture for the thumbnail. Here's one of the Washington helmet and the Patriots helmet. That looks kind of cool. You can't even see what I'm doing here. We'll call them Washington football team, right? In this one, the that looks pretty cool. The Patriot and the W. Yeah, I like that. Go on YouTube, find the Google rather, find the picture, and then just drop it into our. Use Canva these days. I used Photoshop with the original YouTube page, but now I use Canva. It's so cool. Alrighty, waiting for the laptop to boot up here. We'll see who's even in the chat. Of course, Windows updates, all that excitement. Probably about 7 minutes or so we'll begin. So again, if you're watching on YouTube, if you got the YouTube on demand going, which will be uploaded right after this, scroll to about 10 minutes in, and we'll get going. But for those of you watching live on Twitch, which is where we do everything live and then we upload on demand after the fact, you will want to jump in 10 minutes. If you're watching live, just wait for us to get going. All right, again, putting the thumbnail together. This is looking kind of cool. It's got the Patriot logo, then the Washington football team. What should we call this? Must wins, must win games. Because it is. You're looking at the standings right there, as we're waiting for folks to join in. I mean, these are must win battles. We'll give it about 5 more minutes, and then we'll get kicked off with the game against Washington. Didn't we talk about in the last stream that because it's a Super Bowl anniversary, we try to keep the uniform rules just like how they are in real life, where you get was it three alternate uniform days. So we already did the orange earlier this season, and we did the throwbacks against the Cowboys, which was the anniversary of the Dolphins' first Super Bowl appearance. We gotta do the throwbacks again, right? As the anniversary of the undefeated season. I mean, Washington and Miami, right? That's the look. You got to go with the Super Bowl throwbacks. All right, what should we name this thumbnail here? Just like what we called the stream, right? Must win games. Must win. Week 13 and 14 season must win games. Exclamation point? Yeah, why not? And we will call this stream number 6 because it's our 6th one, and this is August 28th, 2021. All right, and we'll throw that on Twitter. If you're not following us on Twitter, go ahead and follow us. Week 13, Week 14, must-win games. Season on the line. So download the thumbnail. We'll post it on Twitter. You guys enjoying just listening, killing time? We're waiting for folks to join in. The old 10-minute countdown here. That's right. There it is. Email it to myself. Email the thumbnail. It'll come through. The Gmail. Open. Download. Over to Twitter. tburke27 on Twitter. If you're not already following there, that's going to be the go-to place. If you want to ask questions, if you want to get one-on-one, if you want to see what is coming up, and if you want to request, I ask all the time on Twitter. I'm always posting on there, hey, what do you guys want to see? You want to see football today, you want to see wrestling, you want to see baseball. So that's the place to go, man. All right, we'll put the link there. 2 must-win games. 5 and 6 Miami looking to move into first place in the AFC East with the playoffs right around the corner. And we have never missed the playoffs as coach of the Dolphins. We've only missed the playoffs one time in our coaching career, and that was as coach of the 49ers. And that was our second year with the 49ers when we went with Ryan Tannehill over Jimmy Garoppolo. And the management did not like that too much, and we quickly found ourselves out of a job. So we're going to throw some hashtags, Madden 22 to get the Madden 22 folks. I'll probably, I said probably not going to get Madden 22, but if they put like a discounted price, like a cheap, $10, $15, $20 Madden somewhere down the line on the the PlayStation store. I'll probably pick it up to do some streaming, but for now, I want to see how this Dolphins thing rides out. And eventually, we're going to start a new one. As I said from the beginning, when we get the fan base up, we'll definitely start over with the franchise picking a new team and kind of going from the beginning from there with new fan. But I kind of, just to get the fans going, I don't want to jump into something new. Well, look at that. Washington in their #1 defense, man. That's pretty good. Top defense, we got that to contend with. NFL preseason, what other hashtags? What's everyone talking about? College football, right? And that's the big thing that's going on right now. What's the hashtag for Miami? Was it fins up? Let's ask Google. Miami Dolphins hashtag. What do they use? No, fast tag. Hashtag. And we just hit our 10-minute mark, so we'll be jumping into things in just a moment. Well, let's go on the Dolphins official Twitter. Oh, it's just fins up. Well, I don't get the little... Okay. Well, that worked. Okay, so we're going to send the tweet out, let the people join in, and we're going to get going here with this battle against Washington. I know there's still the Redskins in this one, but that's the old name. We'll go with Washington football team as it is in real life. So let's see here. Should we put Washington in the So we wore, when we did our throwbacks against Dallas, we wore the blue, didn't we? So we should wear the white because that's what we won. Because Super Bowl, should we try to match the exact Super Bowl? Is it Super Bowl 7? Super Bowl 7. Yeah. That was the undefeated season. Miami wore the all white, and Washington wore the scarlet and yellow. So let's see. We gotta remove the helmet, right? Because they don't use that anymore. They just got like a plain. Oh yeah, look at that. That's perfect. They got. Let's see what else they got. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's perfect right there for Washington football team. I mean, jersey's still gonna say Redskins, but unless I don't know that they got a 75th anniversary road uniform. Oh, they got that. That doesn't say. I don't know. Those shoulder stripes look kind of ugly though. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just go with that, and we want to do the yellow, right? Oh yeah, that's the Super Bowl look right there. What else they got? Because that's Color Rush, but I mean that's good enough for update on the PC. Those you want, the PC still hasn't booted up. Windows and their updates. Yeah, Color Rush is pretty close to the 1970s. Let's compare. That's pretty right on. I mean, it's a little different, but all right. Yeah, shoes. We gotta get some color in those shoes. Come on now. There we go. Get that red. Oh no, so we need to give them the home jersey, right? Because we're gonna go with the white, the all white throwbacks. Color all yeah. Nike home. Okay, perfect. So for Washington, and then for us, of course, we're gonna keep it real simple. And there it is. The all white, the throwbacks, the Super Bowl, another Super Bowl anniversary as we jump into it. We did the Dolphins and Cowboys anniversary. That was that Super Bowl 6 that we did that. And we did the blue throwbacks. And now we're doing our second Super Bowl anniversary. And we already wore the orange earlier this season against the Jets. So let's jump into it. All right. This music. Yeah. Let me double check real quick. I don't know if this music, you know, for the YouTube. I always have the music turned off, and sometimes these settings feel like they get reset. And you know how YouTube is with the old copyright there. Volume control, in-game commentary, audio mix, master volume, music. Yeah, that's supposed to be on 0. So that just got turned up all of a sudden for no reason. On the field, yeah, no music. Menu, volume, yeah, that's fine. On the field, yeah, all perfect. The settings still good? Yeah, all pro, okay. Okay, well, let's get back to the pre-game festivities. If you're out there, say hey in the chat, those of you that are joining in. As we're kicking off this week number 13, Washington and Miami anniversary. Well, not really a true anniversary. It's an anniversary of the sense it's the same two teams. But it's Miami and Washington in the anniversary of the 72 Dolphins, the undefeated season. Look at Dwayne Haskins. Man, I bet Washington would love that kind of output in real life. The 20 touchdowns, 5 INTs. Again, we got the chat open. We're trying to get the PC turned on, but Windows had a million updates to do. If you're out there, say hey in the chat. The chat is up. We'll shout you out. So one issue we've had, which, oh boy, I didn't even get to say it before they're going in for the touchdown. that was going to be my whole opening line, which the issue that we've had this at least since we've started streaming is opening drive touchdowns. We're always behind and having to play catch up, and it seems like in every stream we've done so far, the opposing team has had an opening drive touchdown. And I didn't even get to say that. We're on the first play. Haskins hooks up with his man and gets the touchdown. So that's touchdown number 21 for them. And we've already fallen apart. How terrible. Right? Terrible. Well, we just got to bounce back. At home, the fans are already ticked. That early on, they're already upset. Washington football team. Was that Tua's pacing, looking at his team like, really? Again? I'm stepping onto the field and we're behind? We're going to keep a close eye at the bottom of the screen. Those games that just came across, Buffalo and New York, we need them to lose. And if we pick up the win, of course, we'll be right where we need to be. Great yards again for Tua as always, but the interception to touchdown ratio always looking like Jameis Winston. That's something we have not been able to get a grasp on. As good as Tua's been with getting a bunch of yards, getting a bunch of scores, the interceptions are always there. But if you've seen any of our past streams, and you can watch all the past streams in the archives, as Jamal Pierce gets a great run for 10, but not enough for the first down. If you look at the past streams, you will see that a lot of the interceptions haven't been Tua's fault, at least recently. There's been a lot of poor effort by our wide receivers that have led to these crazy amount of interceptions. Been all runs so far. Now we got a lineman coming into block in motion. Oh, a whole bunch of room to the outside, and Pierce is going to take it. Jukes inside, gets the first down. How about it? Give us a sec. We're going to check the audio levels on the Twitch stream. Give me a moment. All right, sounding good. We got a bunch of viewers out there. Again, jump in the chat. Say hey if you're watching. So we just got to keep running the ball, right? I mean, they're going to score quickly. We'll take our time with the runs. I'm going to keep updating on the PC. PC updated, still not on from Windows updates. Finally, Washington able to get in there and get a stop onto our Dolphins. So now we got to go to the sky, right? We got to throw it now. You're familiar with our guys. There goes Tua. There's an open Boyd. And he had one defender to get around, an X-Factor guy, and it's Booth. And he brings him down. So we're, again, like always, we learn these players together. We're several years into this thing, so much like you guys, I don't know the rosters up and down of the other guys. We know our guys, of course. But we'll keep an eye on their roster and get some of these names and learn the players as we go through. So it's 3rd and 12. Coach is just wanting us to chuck the ball. So you know what? Let's try it. We got to watch out because we're not going to have a running back. So we have the potential to have to get rid of this thing quickly. Wide open is Mike Gesicki across the Dolphin and into Washington territory for the first down. 19-yard catch for the tight end. Let's go back to the running game. Let's get Pierce back in there. There's the give. Not much there.
Good job, D. Good job, D. That's right.
All right, the PC is on. Yes. So we're going to log in now. And we can watch the Twitch stream from the PC. And check in with your chats even better. All right, we're throwing. We're throwing. Here we go. Tua on the move. Oh, was looking for Boyd in the end zone. Kind of had a beat on him, but couldn't get the ball. So we got Trey Williams, Deron Payne, William Jackson, Anthony Hines, Kenneth Murley, Jalen Moody, John Greenard, Andrew Booth, Landon Collins, Todd Harris Jr. So, and the fourth guy just went by too fast. So, all right. 3rd down and 11. Take a look at this defense. Let's do this thing together. Boyd's pretty well covered. Maybe we look for Jarrett. Jarrett going across the middle. We got to get, let's see, a hot route. We want Boyd. Let's get Boyd slanting across the field because there's just too much traffic here. So we'll see. Dropping back, looking. There's Boyd. Well, you kind of saw what happened there. That was bad. Boyd called for it, and as soon as it was thrown just a bit too late. That was Booth again. So he's been a terror on defense, and the season's kind of going a bad way. So you see when the ball was thrown, I mean, we'll replay it better. Guys in the truck not giving a good replay here. Let's look at the replay. And we made that call. I mean, that was us doing the hot route. So we had here, Boyd's calling for it, and that's right when we decide to throw it. Like, oh, perfect. He's open. We're going to hit him right here. By the time the ball was thrown, I hate to say it, Boyd probably should have stopped, but he kept on going. And by the time the ball was thrown, that's what happened. And maybe Tua should have put a little more under that. Instead of throwing it low, throw it high, get it past the defender, because then Boyd catches it here, and he's got a lot of room to work. But now that's what happens. That's why we're 5-6, right? So that's right. But you don't tune into this one for the great Madden gameplay. I'm telling you, folks, you tune into this for the love of the Dolphins, for the love of the commentary, the crazy commentary, and for just, by God, just watching a 5-6 team trying to hang on to their playoff lives. We got an update. Assassin's Creed Valhalla version 4.04 has just been updated. Look at that. So if you guys, you know, Assassin's Creeders out there, get the new update, man. There's the give to Brooks. He said we didn't check the roster ahead of time, so we're kind of learning together who's on this Washington team. We know Haskins, of course, and he's going to go to the air. I don't know why our guys were looking backwards there. But they're going to pick up a first down. Lingered. 36, lingered. And a lot of these players, I mean, we've talked about in past streams, if you're a regular, you know this. If you're new, you don't. But a lot of these players, because we're using draft classes of future college players, so you're going to see guys in this stream, in these past streams, future streams, that are current college players, as our defense is completely falling apart for the second time today. Washington hits the end zone, and it is going to be 13-0 very quickly, much like the situation we always find ourselves in, playing from behind. And we've talked about it before. We're definitely, if we keep our job with the Dolphins, we are definitely going to have to address the defensive troubles in the offseason. Because it's becoming a regular thing. Especially for a team last year that had a deep playoff run. A team not too long ago that had a Super Bowl run. And you can see on our YouTube channel, if you're not already subscribed to that, we've been uploading classic clips during our non-Twitch streaming time of just some of my favorite clips of, you know, on the PlayStation. You can just hit save right there and save like a really cool moment. And a lot of those clips are all on my hard drive, so I've just been taking those and uploading them right to YouTube. And you can check out the Super Bowl that we were in, the one and only, against the Carolina Panthers, on the YouTube page, and see how that one turned out. Our one and only Super Bowl trip, as Tua on the run trying to get it out to Mike Gesicki, and it's knocked away.
Ready, set. Mark it before Mike. Check. Watch it before. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Here's the give. There's Pierce with an opening. Juke in, and he's going to get pulled down, but gets the first down. Pierce had a couple of big runs here in this game. Booth is going to be, man, Andrew Booth. And let's look at Andrew Booth. Is he a real life? We're going to pause it. This is normal here. You know, for those of you that are regulars, you knew. Andrew Booth Jr., yeah, he's a cornerback at Clemson. So again, there's another player in real life. He is a junior, it appears. He is a senior. He's a senior, according to the internet here, out of Clemson. Speaking of college football, while we got the thing paused, you know, it's week 1, right? That's why we're playing today football in honor of week 1 of college football. So let's look at some of the scores, read them off to you. Leagues. Here we go. NCAA. We got UCLA 44-3 over Hawaii. Illinois 30-22 over Nebraska, and Fresno 45-0 over UConn. Oh man. Give me 1 minute here. We're pulling up the stream on Twitch so I can follow along with the chat, and then we'll jump back into this game. So just a brief moment here. Okay, let's jump back into things. Sorry about the delay. I mean, it's probably annoying as hell if you're watching on YouTube, right? You're like, oh my god, you just hit the arrow key, just fast forward a little bit. But on Twitch, we're doing it live. That's what we gotta do. All right. Oh boy, no one's open. We're just throwing this one away. That's terrible, right? All right, let's pull up the stream manager. And and we can click on chat. And we can see who's in the chat room. So we can say, hey. We got EQ Love. EQ Love. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Man, joining in. If you're in the chat, say hey. Say hey to the people. Back to the running game. Man, so far it's been good. Pierce has been really good for us. I don't remember if we looked up Pierce. Did we look up Did we ever look up where Pierce is from? I don't remember if we did that in the past streams. Is this annoying? All the start and stop, or do you guys find this interesting? That who are all these future NFL stars? Jameel, Jameel Pierce. Yes. Maybe he's not a real life player. He might have been because we did do one year of we did the college draft classes for a number of years, and then we did 1 year where we did a regular draft class because we ran out of college draft classes. Then we started doing historic draft classes, like draft classes from the 90s, 97, 98. I believe we got the 99 draft class in there now. So we're gonna give it to Dallas, DJ Dallas, his second carry of the game. All right, 2nd and 7. We gotta get back in Tua's hands. What do we think? Oh, we got a friend request. Darth Ethan, bring it on, man. Player started a party with you. Oh man, we're streaming right now, bud. So we probably can't party, but definitely next time. Dark Ethan, one of our awesome followers. If you send me a follow, I'll definitely accept you. I'll definitely give you a follow. That means every time I stream, I'm gonna be sending you an invite, to join in. So watch out for that, but. I don't have any online for PS4. All my online stuff is on the Switch. We'll take that face mask. But yeah, you want to send a request, I'll certainly add you. No problem. But like I said, you're gonna get those invitations from me. So why do we have, look at that. Oh boy, we had a wide open Gesicki, and Tua just slings it right over. Now, why do we have a offensive lineman playing tight end? Everyone saw that, right? We got Zach Orton. I guess we're running a lot of 3 tight end sets and not realizing it. My God, he's not rated much worse than Tyler Fromm as far as being a tight end, right? Okay, well, we'll leave him in there. Maybe we need to get a 3rd tight end because I guess we got a lot of 3 tight end packages in there. Miami's got some 3 tight ends, but let's get back to that running game. Here we go. Oh. Well, not much there. How about we go for the score? Go for it. Maybe we got Boyd, maybe we got Isabella. If not, we're just scrambling, folks. Oh, we're scrambling. No one's there. There goes Tua to the corner. Touchdown, Miami. There we go. Touchdown, Dolphins. First score of the game. We're right back in this thing. The viewers are pouring in by the dozens here today. As Tua finds his way into the end zone. And we're on the board in the Super Bowl anniversary game. Oh boy. Oh boy, okay. There's the man. There's the man. Defending league MVP. And that's the thing, you know, there's a lot, you know, in the virtual world, in this Madden virtual land, they're starting to look at Tua kind of in the way, oh boy, what a kick return out to the 45. They're starting to look at Tua in the same way that you look at some of the greats that have been on teams that haven't been able to get to the next level. You think of John Elway back in the day on the Broncos, where he almost went his whole career without winning a Super Bowl. Look at this formation. And what are some maybe modern day equivalents? Trying to think of some players that, I mean, maybe a Phillip Rivers that had a lot of great seasons but never got to that Super Bowl. You know, who else can we think about? You know, Drew Brees had his one Super Bowl, of course, but then recently, you know, the last decade or so, he had all these great, you know, record break, all these numbers he put up. Didn't ever get the win. Matt Stafford, who just left his team to go to LA, you know, he had all these great seasons but never got to the next level. That's where Tua is right now on our Dolphins team, on our personal team, in virtual land right here. So he's had a lot of great seasons, defending league MVP, throws for 4,000, 5,000 yards a season, goes to the playoffs every year, hasn't been able to break through. Got to one Super Bowl our first year, and then ever since then, we've had some runs. We had the AFC Championship run, you know, 2 years after the Super Bowl, where we had the missed field goal by Brandon McManus, which cost us a shot to return. We've had a couple of wild card appearances where we quickly found ourselves knocked out. We had the most recent run against Portland, where the former Raiders, and you see at the bottom of the screen there, the Riverhogs, Portland, where we met them deep into the playoffs and they knocked us out and they went on to win the Super Bowl, their first year in Portland. So, is Tua going to be able to break through? Are we going to be able to break through with Tua? Are we going to be able to get him to that next level? You know, you hear in real life, not virtual land, but in real life, they're already talking about in Miami going with, you know, maybe a Deshaun Watson or trading for other quarterbacks in Miami. Maybe Tua's not the guy, but in our world, Tua's been the guy, man. He throws for the yards. 4,000, 5,000 yards. MVP, it's just the interceptions that have been an issue. Which, oddly enough, in college, he didn't have any of those, man. He was great. 3rd down and 2. Haskins, quick throw, and it will be dropped. That's good defense by Marco Wilson to knock the ball out for Washington football team. And we got rid of the logo on the helmet. We still got it on the screen, man. How can we cover that? No good, so that's a big opportunity here. And oddly enough, that's the score. A reversal, of course. Washington having 7, Miami having 14. That is the score of the Super Bowl that we're, you know, paying our respects to our anniversary. That same score. Just in the reverse order. Look at Pierce juking around. Super Bowl 8, right? Didn't they? It was back-to-back. Super Bowl 7 and Super Bowl 8 was, no, they played the Vikings the next year. They played Washington again later on. Pierce again. He's had some big runs. They played Washington later on in the Super Bowl. And that was with, what was that big number? Oh, I'm blanking on the name now. Number 44 that had, oh boy. I gotta look it up now. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. That it was like he was known for just having that one great Super Bowl year. John Riggins. That was it. John Riggins. That was the last time these two met. And, right, he was known for only having, like, for just being an okay player, like nothing too terribly special, but he had that one great year in that Super Bowl. Yeah, 166 yards. All right, I need to pay attention instead of looking up old stats here. We had to quickly get rid of that as the pressure was pouring down just a 3-for-9 day. The rushing attack has really helped keep us in this thing, but it's been the passing game that's struggled so far. One-on-one coverage, Jarrett unable to hang on to it. And Tua just 3 of 10 in the passing game. All right. We got to get that first down here. We're looking for Jarrett again. He was pretty well covered that time, but he's able to get away from the defender just enough to bring in the catch. 1,000 yards receiving for Raheem Jarrett, who was in the last stream. We had talked about him being LSU, but then he transferred, and we didn't even realize it. But you're seeing, again, the future stars of what could be this upcoming season of college football. These draft classes that these guys put together on Madden, they're incredible. As Tua, oh man, not enough speed. He had to slide down because the quarterbacks get hit in this game. They fumble like nobody's business. And we are very close to tying this game back up and being right back into this against a really good Washington team. You saw their record as we got into this thing. They're no pushover. DJ Dallas with the score, and we're an extra point away from tying this thing away. You can say one thing about this Dolphins team. I've been playing with them for virtual years. This is your guys' first time playing through and seeing this team. They're a resilient bunch. I mean, we've had a number of seasons where we've kind of been down and out, and oh boy. Well, the extra point's going to be no good, as we did not get the favor of the kick that time as we did the first go-around. So we find ourselves behind once again. Will Lutz's kick is no good, but this team is resilient. We have found our way getting into the playoffs with our back against the wall on more than one occasion. This time, kick return just brought up past the 30 to the 32. I'll be checking out some football later today. The IFL. I mean, you guys like arena football? If we ever pick up with the fans here, you know, we do have a donate. Oh my God! And there goes our defense struggling again. One throw touchdown. Dwayne Haskins. I'm not even sure. Number 88. Let's learn. We'll learn together. Who was that made the catch? Well, they're not even going to tell us on the replay. Dwayne Haskins to Marcus Rosemai. Is that a real guy? Let's see. Marcus Rosemai? Yeah, he's a Georgia Bulldog wide receiver. Hope I'm saying the name right. He's a sophomore. Went to St. Thomas Aquinas. It's in Florida, you know, close to Miami here. 2020, played in 6 of the 10 games for the Bulldogs. Caught 2 passes against the Razorbacks. 1 catch against Alabama. 32-yard touchdown against the Gators, but suffered a season-ending ankle injury. So he has been a quiet guy in his college career. 2021, maybe his year. But you can see in the future, he got him a spot on the Washington football team. So this guy's, you know, he might have a bright future ahead of him. All right, 13 to 21. Our defense is really struggling. We got to get things ramped up here offensively. The running game's been good, so we'll stick to that for right now. 207 total yards. The pump fake handoff went nowhere for Pierce, who's got 60 yards on just 11 carries. So we'll try to get the passing game going here again. Got an open Tyler Boyd. Jukes one defender, breaks another tackle. Is that enough for the first down? 3rd and inches. Come on, ref. Give it to us. What the heck? I mean, is that close? We got to find a good. We like to do the coach suggestion and then just try to find a good play. How about the HB Wham? that a good one, right? We put a guy in motion, try to block for us. It's going to be Gesicki. We'll go right behind Gesicki, who throws a terrible block. I was watching a video today as the computer goes into sleep mode. And we're going to have to punt this one away. They're talking about Madden 7. Oh, Madden 07, I should say. Not Madden 7, not the 7th Madden, but Madden 2007. The one with Sean Alexander in the corner. And that play right there, you know, it made me think about a really cool play that we don't have, which I don't think we have. I don't think there's a way to do it, but in Madden 07, you can change, you can control another player. So like in that scenario where we're running and we need to pick up a block, and we know the CPU or Gesicki is not going to do a good job, we can control Gesicki and try to lay out that block for a running back, which is really cool. That'd be an awesome feature if they brought back. I know that's like the common Madden thing, right? You know, all the features they took away and they bring back as a new feature later on. About 5.5 to go here. 2 big plays for our defense. Those are 2 big plays. Getting the stops there. And now we're going to play some zone defense. We're going to bring a blitz here, but we're going to play zone and just, you know, try to hold them out here. And they're just going to... No, I thought they were going to run it. They're going to play fake it. And Haskins is going to be picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And that's a big turnover to give our guys a little bit of momentum. And the computer is locked up. So it went into sleep mode. Oh boy. Do you love the computer updates? Do you like those as we're going on here? So I don't know who the heck's out there. If you want to comment, you know, I won't see it. You click on the donate page, I'll definitely see that. You'll definitely get a big shout out. And I'll pour my heart out. Throw some cash into it. There's Pierce. He's been slowed down on his last 2 carries. Man, Google Chrome's completely crashed. What a disaster. Gotta have the box stack. There's Tua on the run and gets the pass out to Gesicki for the first down. We go back to the run. We might be wearing poor Pierce out because we're almost at 20 carries in just the first half, but it's been working so well. Pierce again, Jamil Pierce. I always say Jamil, so, you know, Jamil Pierce for the first. He's not a real player. We can change his name. I mean, we can always. Let's go back to this, to the throwing game here. Never, PC, never go to sleep. Okay, Tua dropping back. The throw, the catch to Jarrett, Mr. 1000. No! He dropped it. What's he doing, man? It's 3rd down at least. He's got a big issue with drop passes. That is one thing. If you're a familiar fan of these streams, you know Jarrett doesn't hang on to the ball too well. We're going to try to trust him again if he gets open. He's not open, so we got to run it, and not enough speed, not enough by our offensive line. I don't know if anyone else was open. We were eyeing Jarrett the entire time, and he went down. I should say Tua. Let's see. Isabella was kind of open, but we're already across the field, and not much by our offensive line, and although Tua can move the ball with his feet, I mean, you know, Tua doesn't quite have the big speed that maybe like a Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, guys like that might have. Who's another good speedy quarterback these days? He likes to move the ball around. I mean, you know, Mahomes a little bit. I mean, he's definitely got the arm for sure. I don't know if we consider Mahomes a scrambler by any stretch of the imagination, but Tebow just got cut from the Jaguars, but he was a scrambling quarterback. But Tua definitely doesn't have that Tebow speed. Many would argue that Tebow doesn't have the Tua arm. So there you go. I mean, it works both ways, right?
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam.
It's the Hannah. What a stop right there. What a big tackle. We got to get, what was that? That was 69. We got to give some credit there. I'm not even sure. I mean, I was using them. I should know who that is. But, we got players coming in left and right. Who that was that linebacker? That might have been a lineman. I thought it came from the back, but there we go. Kent Weston. How about that? Mr. Weston coming in defensive tackle. Getting that stop there. Weston again. I guess we control him a lot. Oh boy. That was a pretty big opportunity for an interception that didn't happen. And you look at the number. I mean, we think that... oh, we got a chat here. Dark Side, welcome back, fella. I just reloaded the stream. Glad you're here. I sent the chat a little bit ago, but the computer locked up. So I'm gonna say hey to our friend Darkside SEID 253K. Give the man a follow on Twitch. He's a big fan, big Twitch fan. So glad he's here, glad he's joining. But anyway, Haskins, for the two big plays that he's had, I mean the 2 touchdowns, he's got almost 200 yards. He hadn't been doing that good. He's only got 3 completed passes. 2 of them just happened to go for a bunch of yards. So if we can just button up a little bit on defense, we'll be in good shape. As Google Chrome locks up again. What's going on with Chrome, man? Maybe I need to go on Firefox for Twitch. Firefox, more Twitch friendly. Back to the skies with Tua. Had to kind of dance around and find Andy Isabella, and Isabella is going to go down clutching the shoulder. We can't afford to lose any of our receiving core. But we got the 2-minute drill, so we're just going to keep trying to move the ball into traffic to Jarrett. Once again, you're seeing the hands problem that Jarrett has. Bruised shoulder, so we're going to keep Puka Nacua in the game. Where do we say he went to? BYU, right? He did the transfer from Washington to BYU. All right, we're going to throw it again here. 3rd and 3. Keep it in the air. There's a wide open Tyler Boyd. And we got the followers pouring in. 5 followers, or 5 viewers. What's going on? If you guys are jumping in, man, say hey in the chat. We got Big Homie 18 DRE giving us a follow. Thank you for following. Yeah, man. You guys are jumping in just in time. 2-minute drill right before the half. Wide open to Gesicki. Just shy of the first. Look at 6. We got 6 joining us now. We got the chat open. If you follow us, if you send us a chat, we'll give you a shout out for sure. 2nd and inches. I mean, I know it's 2-minute drill time, but we just want to run. We want to get the first down on the ground, right? It's going to be the easiest thing. Tua, the give to Pierce, and the first down. Let's call one of those time. Oh, actually, that's our 2nd timeout. I guess we used one. When did we use one? Oh, that the timeout. When Andy Isabella got injured, they took one of our timeouts because it was beyond the 2-minute warning threshold there. So we're down to 1 timeout, so we got to keep that in mind. We're going to go with the dagger. Tua's dropping, looking. Pressure starting to mount. Oh, boy. That one almost went the other way. So at this point, we want to be a little careful, right? We want to try to keep it careful. We would love the first down, obviously, but if we can just get a field goal out of this, that would be a win, because we're getting the ball to begin the first half, as always. Oh, we got an open man right there. Oh! He was open. Not enough speed on that throw to get it in there. You saw that. The man was wide open, but didn't quite have the oomph on the pass to get it in, so it's 3rd down and 10, 41 to go. And Tua's going to float it to the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away. Looking for Jarrett. And we will settle for the field goal here. Disappointed. Tua thought he had him. You can see the replay. And it was single coverage, too. But Jarrett just got slapped down from behind. So Will Lutz a chance to make up for the missed extra point earlier. That's a lot better, and it will be good. Just gets it through. So it's not too bad. 16-21. We'll take it. And we will head into... Well, I don't want to say that we've had 2 Washington scores pretty easily. I don't want to say we're going to head into the locker room trailing by just a few. Washington can easily score like nobody's business that quickly. We got an injury on the play. All right, we got to keep an eye on them. Make sure they don't get that quick score. There we go, and they're not even going to try, man. They're going to play conservative all day. Again, if you guys are watching, we do it live on Twitch first, then we upload the stream to YouTube on demand, where you guys can watch on YouTube if you're YouTube watchers. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, you know, you won't get the shout out on YouTube, but you'll get the shout out live on Twitch. If you follow us, you know, Twitter, Twitch, we'll give you the shout out. We'll read it out. We'll shout you out. We got the donations page. We would love to stream some other stuff. We got Xbox 360, so we have NCAA, which I have a Utah franchise. Look at that. The Texans, that's what we want to see. We need the Jets and we need the Bills to lose. We have NCAA on Xbox 360, which we play quite often with a Utah. That's what we want to see. This is big now. This is really big, those 2 scores. A Utah franchise that we've been playing almost 25 seasons in. And, you know, if we can ever get a capture card one day, some better equipment, we'll stream that. Arena football, for those of you that like my old YouTube channel, you know, the Georgia Force, we did all that fun arena football stuff. That's out. That's can be played. I have All Pro 2K8, Blitz the League, all on the 360. It's just a matter of, you know, getting the capture card, getting the equipment, all that fun stuff. Because we're streaming right from the console, man. We're just not doing any of that fancy stuff yet. We just get the console out, hit the stream button, and bring it to you. We'll give you the shout-outs if you follow along. Tell your friends, tell your family, join in, man. We're having a blast here. What do you guys want to see next time? You know, we haven't played hockey in quite a while, the Red Wings. We, baseball, our Diamondbacks franchise, we left off at the game with the Dodgers, where we're battling for first place in that world, trying to get first place in the NL West. We haven't done a road to the show yet. I got kind of a fun road to the show idea. You know, kind of similar to Michael Jordan throwing his hat into baseball, but I got a kind of a fun idea. Maybe I think it's fun. You know, I hate it. We got Mike Tyson doing his thing in the pro wrestling ring as Tua just gets rid of the football to Andy Isabella as the pressure was coming. Tua took a big hit. Isabella makes the catch, turned on the speed that we've seen from Isabella, not only at his time at Massachusetts, but with the Arizona Cardinals. Look at Tua taking the hit, but still getting the ball away. And we're keeping in this thing, man. I mean, we're keeping up with Washington, and with both the Jets and the Bills getting beat right now, we got to keep this thing up. We're going to go for 2 to try to get the 3-point lead here. Let's see. Maybe we go to Isabella again. Maybe we go to Gasecki over the middle. Let's see. How about we go to the back of the end zone to Jarrett for the score, and it's 24-21, just like that. So who cares about a missed extra point? We're right back in this thing. And in fact, not only are we right back in this thing, we got the lead. 24-21, Super Bowl anniversary, the 72 Dolphins. We're wearing the Super Bowl throwbacks. They're wearing the Super Bowl throwbacks, with the exception of they're wearing the Washington football team helmet, of course. Dwayne Haskins coming back onto the field. He's got 2 touchdowns, thrown for almost 200 yards. But he's only got, 3 completions? 4 completions? So if we can just eliminate the big play, I think we'll be looking mighty fine in a big way here. How about some zone? Right? We're fighting. Oh, Haskins is going to get brought down. So the pressure's starting to get to Haskins. Christian Wilkins will get the sack. Yeah. Is he still on the Dolphins in real life? He is. He is still on the Dolphins in real life. He's 94. In this game, he's 97. I don't know why the number change happened. You gotta ask Madden, man. Or maybe he changed it in real life. I don't know. You think we should blitz him? Do we take? No, we're gonna do a zone again. We're not taking the chance. We're not gonna be gamblers on this one. We're gonna go for the safe play. Let him catch it. Go with zone. Get the stop. Marco Wilson with the great deflection. And you see Haskins. If you look at the yards and the touchdowns, you're thinking, man, what a day. And then you actually look at the completion percentage and realize, oof, not as good as it looks. If you guys are tuning in again, jump in the chat. We got the chat open. We're watching along. Say hello. DJ Dallas on the return. And he kind of moved around and got brought down. Sometimes Twitch will tell you who's in the chat. It says we got a handful of viewers. It's only showing me one name. But say hey, just like our buddy Darkside did. And we'll shout you out here on the stream. We're all in this together, cheering for the Dolphins. You guys keeping up with the college football and everything that's been going on today. Good pass out to Tyler Boyd. Trying to reach across for the first down. Go back to the running game. Out of the gun. We give to Pierce. The first down. And Pierce has got to be getting pretty close here to 100 yards, you would have to imagine. Well, the stats were just on the screen. I'm not paying attention because I'm looking at the chat. So we'll run it with him again. Then we'll really get to see the stats. Is that K. Murray? Is that Kyler Murray on defense? No, I don't think so. I did see a number 1 running around. Maybe it is Kyler Murray. Pierce is at 67 yards, so he's getting there. Getting to that 100-yard threshold. All right. Oh, boy. Nothing there. And unfortunately, as we said, Tua doesn't really quite have he can move when he wants to, but he doesn't quite have the athleticism to be able to break out of these collapsing pockets and make a play. And you see everyone's pretty well covered there, and tried to spin out towards his non-throwing arm and got brought down. So we are going to go with the slot post angle because last time we did a similar play to that. Andy Isabella completely burned their defense, and he's got a chance to burn them again, and he does for the first down on 3rd and long. How about it? 98 yards receiving for Andy Isabella. Longtime viewers of the stream knows the whole backstory of how we got Isabella on the cheap from Arizona, rehabbed him for 2 years, and he has been a stud performer for us ever since. Welcome into the stream, all the guys that are joining in, guys and gals. Please say hello in the chat. Give us a follow. We'll shout you out. You guys keeping up with college football? We'll read the scores again. When we get another break here, we'll read the scores. We read the scores at the top of the stream. A couple of blowouts today. Fresno, UCLA. We had Illinois knocking down Nebraska. Poor Scott Frost, man. And Nebraska fans probably thought they were going to get some of that UCF magic coming their way. It hasn't worked out for them so far. And Tyler Boyd for the first down. And we could really start to put Washington, back them up, put their heels in the dirt, as they say, if we can get a touchdown coming up here. And we're going to start keeping a better look at those scores at the bottom of the screen, because again, if the Jets and the Bills fall by the wayside, we'll quickly find ourselves back into playoff contention despite our record. Isabella will make catch number 4, and that will put him, the Massachusetts grad, up over 100 yards receiving. Tua will hit the 207 mark through the air. I wish the Twitch users in chat function would work a little better. Pierce for the first down. We're moving now. This is great. I'll say we've had the same issues on defense we've had in our past streams. The one thing that's really going well for us here is we haven't had a lot of slowdown on it. Have we even punted the ball on offense? I think maybe once, one punt. But we've really kept the ball moving in this game, as evidenced by the score. I mean, 24 points on the board. How about some slants Y? We got Jarrett. This is our 3 tight end formation where we got a lineman playing tight end. But again, the lineman, I mean, he's ranked the same rating as Tyler Fromm. 3rd and 4. We go for the screen, right? We're going to try it with the screen. Looking for Knighton. Sometimes the screen works, sometimes it doesn't. And this time it does not. But we'll kick the field goal. That'll still give us at least put Washington in a situation where they have to go down and get a touchdown. But nothing's a gimme, as Will Lutz missed that extra point earlier. This one is a gimme, though. It's right in there. Kick is good. And we go up 27-21 here. We keep calling it the anniversary. It's just the same teams, but we'll pretend it's the anniversary of the 72 Dolphins. The Super Bowl 7, undefeated, wearing the same uniforms that we wore, both teams, that we wore in that Super Bowl. And we did the same thing when we played the Cowboys. And if you missed that stream, it's okay. It goes on Twitch on demand, usually for about 14 days. But every single stream gets archived over at YouTube. You know, T-Burke27 on YouTube, just like it is here. And you can check out the YouTube page to watch all the past streams. Watch all the archives, check out everything. It all goes up, and as soon as this stream is over, we'll go on Twitch, we'll hit the upload to YouTube channel, and we'll do a premiere so you can watch along in real time with the fans over on YouTube. If you tuned in late, if you didn't get to see this one, if you want to see, 27-21, we were down. It started ugly, and you can watch all that from the very beginning, mere moments after this one finishes up over at YouTube with the folks there. Oh boy, we got a baseball notification coming in. Umps, well, let's make sure we get this tackle first before we look at our phone. Umps butcher call in A's-Yankees game. New York's double play versus Oakland upheld after awful replay review. Well, we gotta watch this one. Not only do we stream, we give you the sports news as well. We're gonna look at the video on this next play. I know you can't see it, but if you're watching sometime in the future, look at that stop. Going in and getting the tackle. Yes, sir. That was Minter who got it. Let's take a look at this call. Oh, a warning contains coarse language. Umpires call Starling Marte out at third. Replay showed he was safe. Umpires says the call stands. Bob Melvin ejected. This is a disaster.
And shortly, do they get him? Yes, they do.
Yikes.
They doubled him up. Now we'll see the A's use a challenge. Do they get him? Yes, they do. Do they?
Yeah, he looked like he was safe. He looked like he was safe by about a mile. If you guys use the hashtag lunch break Yanks, and that'll come right up. My goodness. Well, that's always fun. You know, the missed calls always get all the attention. Washington's going to end up picking up a first down here. Apard with the first. Is a backup or the fullback is wearing 47. We got another TV viewer joining in the stream. Say hey, give the man a follow. Say hey in the chat. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you like the new? I mean, I can see a number like 40, like 46. I think, oh, he's probably he's a fullback. Now in the NFL this year, we know Brady's thoughts on it, but the new numbers, we've seen in the preseason already. You know, running backs and linebackers and can wear, numbers 1 through 20, which are normally quarterback numbers. You guys like that? Does it might take some time to get used to. It still confuses me a lot when I see those numbers out there, as Haskins is going to find a wide open man for a first down. Just 6 of 11 for Dwayne Haskins. And we really got to buckle down here because we're getting to a clutch time in the fourth quarter, and we don't want to let Washington get a sloppy touchdown here. Play action fake. Haskins, we just said that, and he's going to get his third touchdown of the ball game on the play fake. The score is made. Let's see. That was Amon-Ra Strip Brown. What a name. Is that, let's see. Is that a real guy? Amon-Ra. Yeah, Amon-Ra. Oh, so his first name is Amon-Ra, and then St. Brown is, and he's actually he's in the league right now. He is with the Detroit Lions. He played with USC. He was an All-American in 2017 at USA Today, and he was a first-team Pac-12 in 2020. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let's look at his stats. We got college stats here. First game of his college career, he had 7 catches, 98 yards. Brown finished with a career-high 176 receiving yards against Texas. Finished his freshman season, 60 catches, 750 yards, 3 touchdowns. As a sophomore, he finished with 77 catches, 1,042 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And it looked like he went into the league right after that with the Lions. Well, now he's with Washington. All right, so down by 1 again.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We're going to look for Isabella, right? We're trying to recapture that magic from earlier, the big play. Oh, we're going to try it. Here we go. Isabella's got a break. He makes the catch. Yes, Andy Isabella. He was double covered, but he had a bit of a break, as you see Washington allowing almost 400 yards. And Isabella making another fantastic catch. He has been the MVP of this game. Look at that. Double covered, but Tua drops it in there, and he nearly broke it for a touchdown. Let's go ahead and take a shot. While we got all the momentum right now, we're going to look for Isabella again. If it's not there, we'll dump it off to Jarrett. We'll scramble, but we're going to try. And it's one-on-one, and I promise you, folks, we hit the button to throw it. You know our issues with the throwing motions in this game, even though he's got the Aaron Rodgers one. The sack and not enough protection offensively. But you know what? That's all right. 3rd and 21. We're going to keep it going again. We're going to keep it going. We're playing for everything, and we're gonna throw to a wide open Tyler Boyd, who takes a big hit, but he hangs on to the football as Tua throws for 300 yards in this one. Tyler Boyd, catch number 6, 7. I should really read these stats when they come up right away, shouldn't I? The Tua's got all the momentum right now. Running out. Oh, man. Again. Boy, oh boy. I promise. I'm hitting the button. I'm hitting the button, folks. Tua's throwing it, but by the time the animation begins, maybe you'll see on the replay. I don't mean to keep making that a thing, but I mean, literally, my finger can't be pushing down the button anymore. Right here, look at that. Oh my God, I gotta call it out, right? I mean, come on. We enjoy the game. Madden, it's great, it's wonderful, but we gotta call it out because this is terrible. I don't know. Maybe Madden 22, it's better, but right here is where I'm mashing down the pass. Look at how long it takes. Oh, right here, the button is being pushed wide open. He stops, sets his feet, and winds up. You don't need to wind up to throw a pass that short. That's literally a flick of the wrist. That's a Brett Favre flick of the wrist throw. Look at how far Tua is winding up. The ball is all the way back here for a pass that short. Again, here's real time. The button is pressed here, and that's how long the animation is. So I got to call it out. Again, we love the game. It's awesome. It's what we got, but man, that's kind of brutal when that happens. But you know what I always say? I just pretend those are bad calls. We'll just say the referee made a bad holding call, and that's what that loss of yards was. The referee made a bad holding call, and that's how we kind of justify that. Tyler Fromm able to hang on to it. He got upended. It was almost like for those of you that are the wrestling fans of our stream, the total elimination, the eliminators. I mean, they had one guy going low. Watch this. One guy went high, one guy went low. Poor Tyler Fromm. So 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
7 minutes to go. We're looking for Boyd. We're looking for Fromm potentially. We're going to throw it to Boyd, who's going to get the first down easily. All right, all of our guys that are joining in, we got a party here in the viewers, but the chat is quiet. Jump in the chat, say hello in the chat. Reach out, say hey. You guys watching college football? Are you going to be watching any of the preseason games tonight? Who's your favorite team? What are you guys playing these days? Pump fake, the give to Pierce. He's got one man to beat. He lays the juke on, spin move, and it's a touchdown for the Miami Dolphins. We reclaim the lead. We got to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game. What a ball game. 35 points to keep our season alive. We've talked about the scrappiness of this Dolphins team. Our backs have been against the wall multiple times over the years, and this team always finds a way, and they're doing it in this game here against Washington. Oh man, Hankins took a swipe at Van Ginkel, but he was gone. So our guys getting hyped up. We're gonna put the ball in Tua's hands here. What kind of play should we do? We want to go in the. How about some slants? We'll see if we can get a quick one. We got Boyd. We got Jarrett. We're gonna look for Jarrett. I think if we can back quick enough, we'll just go right for. There it is. Jarrett. There's the catch. How about reading that play all the way? That's Coach Burke seeing that all the way. Remember in the the XFL before the pandemic started, they could talk to the players, the receivers, and the quarterbacks all in their helmet at the same time. That's Coach Burke using that same technology, being like, Jarrett, you're wide open, man. Tua's gonna sling it right to you. And look at that score: Tennessee 31, Buffalo 10. Which, for those of you that are just now jumping in, that's huge. Because us at 5-6, them at 6-5. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Now, they still have time to tie this thing up. The Jets have come back on Houston, which is not what we want to see, because we are 0-2 against the Jets this season. But it's a big deal because we can try to get into the playoffs by way of winning a pretty weak division, which is how we've gotten into the playoffs before. We've gotten in on our record a couple of times, but we've also, we'll take it. We're proud to say we've backed into the playoffs a couple of times too, just based on being in a somewhat weak division. So don't forget, if you're watching, say hey in the chat, follow on YouTube, follow on Twitter, follow on Facebook, follow on Twitch. We'll give you shout outs. We're part of this. We're all in this thing together. We're gonna take a chance. We're gonna do it the Engage 8, and I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna let the computer handle this one, and it's either gonna be a great play or it's gonna cost us, and it ended up costing us. They get the easy first down. We took the chance. That's what happens when you go with the all-out blitz, man. It's a risk-reward proposition. And that time the risk got us, and they got the first. Well, if you guys are going to be quiet in the chat, I'm going to, talk about what I'm going to be watching today. After this, I'll probably jump in and watch some of the IFL playoffs, the arena football, indoor football, I should say, out of respect to them. Love me some indoor football. I'll watch some of the playoffs. They stream on YouTube. And then I'm probably going to watch the Broncos. I'm a big Broncos fan. Broncos and Cardinals are my two NFL teams. And the Cardinals got their preseason game canceled against the Saints due to the impending hurricane that's coming that way in New Orleans. We'll keep our thoughts with that community. Man, getting hit with another hurricane just on the anniversary. Everyone knows what it is, so I've seen some people on Twitter saying no need to bring it up, so we know what anniversary it is, but keep the folks there in New Orleans in our thoughts, because that's a rough situation there. But we got the Broncos and Rams game, which I'll be tuning in. I'll be watching that one. And we've already heard that the Rams aren't going to be playing any of their starters. It's a debate if the Broncos are going to let old Teddy Bridgewater, the new starting quarterback, once again, Denver, another year, another new starting quarterback, are they going to let him play to get some reps in? So as we're talking about what we're going to be doing tonight, it's quickly first and goal, and Washington football team looking to tie this thing up, and one-on-one coverage, it is going to be the score there for Washington. That's our fella from Georgia, Mr. Rosmy. Any Georgia fans out there? How do we, let's get a pronunciation on that. Marcus Rosmy, right? Rosemy? Maybe we can YouTube it. I mean, I'm sports gaming, man, but I don't know every single one of these players by heart. And that's the fun thing here. You tune in, and we're learning all this stuff together. So let's jump on to YouTube. Let's see if we can find a highlight of Mr. Marcus and see if we can get a name pronunciation. Here we go. All targets. Let's see.
Arkansas gets Mississippi State next week in Starkville. But y'all, he's got to clean up, and this is all about building confidence back for this young guy. Nice first down pass and catch.
They're not saying his name on this YouTube, man. All right, let's find another one. They're not saying the guy's name. Here's a story. Maybe they'll say his name on this story here. This is St. Thomas Aquinas. Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. We got YouTube ads. Jake Paul, man. Yeah, we're going to skip past that. All right, let's see. Sports Stars of Tomorrow.
This week's Sports Star Spotlight takes us to a familiar place. St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Like many young athletes in South Florida, Marcus Rosemy always wanted
Rosemy. Okay, Rosemy. Marcus Rosemy, who's again playing at Georgia in real life, but it's kind of a not really a homecoming. I mean, St. Thomas Aquinas. That's a where exactly? We'll let the computer just run this one. St. Thomas Aquinas. Oh, as I said that, I'm letting the computer do this. We're getting a big return, and it's going to be taken all the way back. I don't think I've ever had a kick return touchdown in this game. As we're looking up location of St. Thomas Aquinas. We get a kick return touchdown. That's awesome. St. Thomas Aquinas is in Fort Lauderdale. How close is that to Miami? That's the West Coast. That's somewhat close to Miami. It's about, I mean, it's right down. It looks like Interstate 95. You take Interstate 95 from St. Thomas Aquinas High School, you'll hit Miami. So a bit of a homecoming for Mr. Marcus Rosemai. Here, I would assume some friends and family are here, watching him show out, and that's why we're doing. This stream. Not everyone knows. I'm sure some Georgia fans know Marcus Rosemai. I'm sure some St. Thomas Aquinas fans. But you learn right along with us, right along with T-Berg 27, some of these players, and just by watching this stream, by dedicating your time and watching this thing, whether it be on Twitch, whether it be on demand on YouTube, you learned all about Marcus Rosemai. He's a receiver at Georgia. He went to St. Thomas Aquinas. It's right down the interstate to Miami. I mean, what the heck? Look at Dwayne Haskins, 4 touchdown passes, 244 yards passing. It's been a passer's duel. Look at this the passing here between Tua and Dwayne. It's been awesome. But we reclaimed the lead again. 42 points. That's got to be a season high, right? We'll check the schedule after this one before we get into the Patriots game. But I believe that's a season high for our fellas, for our Dolphins. But we got to remain vigilant here. Don't let them go down and score. They've scored 35. We scored 42. We gotta stop them here. That's been the issue. I mean, we looked at in the last stream our defense letting up a lot of points, and this is another game where we just allowed a boatload of points. Oh! Interception is dropped by Miller. I believe that was Miller. Let's get an actual number on him. No one's told me yet. They find this annoying that we want to know the players. It was 36, right? That made the. Right? Was it 36? Oh my God! I'm gonna have to look at the replay. Here we go. Going blind. It was 36 and 31. Yeah, 31. Minter. It was Minter. Well, not Miller. That's why I was so confused. I'm like, Miller? We don't have any Millers on our team. Well, what the heck? All right. Look at the users picking up. Everyone's pouring in left and right for the new folks joining in. Go ahead and say hey in the chat. Make your presence known as Washington is trying to tie this thing up, man. Dwayne Haskins looking for touchdown pass number 5. Looking to send the shootout into overtime. It's 35-42. Tua Tagovailoa, Dwayne Haskins, quarterback duel here in Miami. Super Bowl anniversary. And another missed opportunity. That time, we know that guy. That is Jerome Baker. I mean, he's our enforcer. He is one of our captains, I believe. I have to look at the patch and see if, I know, oh, God. Well, the way things are going, folks, it might be Tua with the 2-minute drill trying to win this thing in regulation. If not, this has the potential to be a long stream, one of our longest, because we're already at an hour and 30. We're possibly going into overtime, and we promised the folks that we're playing 2 games. We're going to play the primetime game against the Patriots after this, as Dwayne Haskins easily gets the score. And with the extra point, we're going to sell out for the block. But with the extra point, that is going to tie it up. And you know what we got to do? We're going to search, and we're going to learn, as we do in these streams, who these players are. Because we got the future stars out there. Jack Feeney. That's what we do here. We learn about players. We learned all about. And I'm not seeing any Jack Feeney come up. So that might be a fake That might be one of the fake players. Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's a Jack Feeney, Feeny, which this is spelled Feeny, and he is a New Midford, New Jersey high school player. I don't know if that's our same guy, but much like we did earlier for the folks that have been tuning in from the beginning, man, we learned all about a wide receiver from Georgia. There's the kick, and it's going to be good, and that ties it up. We learned all about a wide receiver from Georgia who's burned us for a couple of touchdowns, Mr. Marcus Rosemai, and we learned all about his backstory. We learned where he went to high school and all, and that's what we do on these streams, man. We learn about all these players, and when you come to one of our streams, you're going to learn all that cool stuff. We're going to let the computer run it back, because last time we did that, when we were looking stuff up, we got a touchdown out of the deal. We'll see if Knighton can do it again, and he cannot. So, 3 timeouts, 2-minute drill, 42-42. We just got to get close enough to kick the field goal. Tua, 19 of 32, not bad, 318 yards and a touchdown. The defending league MVP stepping onto the field, and we're going to look for either Boyd, Isabella, Jarrett. They want us to go to Gasecki, but that's going to be well covered. So we're going to go to some of our other reads. And getting away to Jarrett as he was able to skip past the defender and get the first down. So we're moving. We're going to try to go to the sideline. Maybe we get the clock to stop. Here we go. Remember how Booth terrorized us early on? He's been quiet. Now we're going to run it. Nope. Tua's going to throw it, and Jarrett just got a little too close to the sideline. Tua at the last minute thought he had Jarrett where he can get the ball to him. It fell incomplete. All right. What about Isabella? If he's got a break on it, we got to go to him again. He's going to be one-on-one coverage, so we're going to go to him. Andy Isabella, it's going to be caught by the defense, but it's going to go out of bounds. So this is already not going so well. All right, we just need a first down, so maybe let's not try to go for the hero play. How about a little double slant? Now, I've asked this before. We got some new viewers here. Do you guys like knowing what play is coming? Or would you rather it be like football in real life where you don't know what play is coming? Or do you want this to kind of be like we're a team? We're a Miami Dolphins team, and we're kind of watching this thing together. So I'm going to show you the plays. So let's see. Not a whole lot there. And we got a man waving for the ball. It's going to be Mike Gesicki. We threw it to him, and it fell incomplete. So, that's going to be rough. We're going to have to punt it. And if our defense lets us down, as they have much throughout this game and in this season, we're going to look back to that drive and think about where, we had the pass to Jarrett. He skated a little too close to the sideline. Then we tried to go to Isabella. He couldn't bring it in. And then the most recent play. So here we go. Dwayne Haskins tried to run it, and he gets brought down by the Prince. Prince Dobora. So Washington not calling any timeouts. They look like they're just going to let this thing wind out unless Haskins comes up with a big play. And he is not so. And they're still warming up. Cody Weiss warming up. But we might have some overtime in our future. Who knows? I mean, we're going to get one more possession. If we can stop them here, we're getting the ball back, which is going to be fantastic. They're just going to run it, and we're going to call a timeout. We want to win this thing in regulation. Forget playing for overtime. We got a second game to do here. You guys that are out there watching, you enjoying so far? DJ Dallas on the return. Oh, face mask, so that's going to help us. Okay. That's going to help us out quite a bit. We're going to accept that. Jacoby Mathis, thank you for the free 15. So 16 yards, 2 timeouts, guys, that are watching on the Twitch stream. We got to go for verticals, right? I mean, that's the play to do it. How do we first? I don't know. I guess that's the field goal line, that red line. Not the first down line. All right, here we go. Look at this, wide open. How about wide open to Mike Gesicki, and we're going to call one of our timeouts. 11 seconds. Do we play conservative, or do we try to do one more? Kick a field goal? No way. I think we go for one more throw. We got to go quick, though, right? So we're going to go with the gun. We're going to go empty. And we just want to throw it real fast and get some extra yards. Well, here, we're going to do the strong curl, but we're going to change it. We're going to hot route it. We're going to make Gesicki go on a slant. And we're also going to make Jarrett crossover. So it's just quick. And whoever's open, we're just going for the yards. And it's going to be Jarrett, who's wide open. And we're going to get tackled, and we'll let the clock wind, and we'll take the timeout. 42-42. The face mask definitely helped, but 2 big plays, and now we will kick the game-winning field goal here. Will Lutz, and we have an ice the kicker situation. What a game this has been. 42-42. Might be the game of the franchise so far. Of all the streams, we see Buffalo trying to make a comeback on Tennessee, but it's not going to happen with their 7 seconds. All right, here we go. Game is on the line for the kick, and it is going to... Oh, it hits the upright. No! Oh, it looks so perfect. The kick looks so perfect. Oh, no! Will Lutz has burned us twice today. Oh, that's brutal. We're going to win the coin toss. We got to receive. Oh, no! How long was that kick? That was like a 30-yard kick. Oh, can we watch the replay? I mean, we can't see the replay of the kicking meter. Oh, he's at the 25, so that's like an extra point. No, he's not even at the 25. He's at the 15. So that's a 25-yard kick. That's a chip shot, man. We didn't renew his contract, did we? We let him go. We got to get the thing on the ball here. Oh, boy. That's brutal. That is brutal. Oh, God. Those of you that are just tuning in, be glad you didn't see what just happened. That might be one of the most brutal things. That might be... We haven't had many of those in our time. That's probably the most brutal kick we've had since our AFC Championship defeat to the Pittsburgh Steelers a couple of seasons ago. Oh, man. Oh, that hurts. All right, we got to shake it. We got to shake it. We got to get back into this thing. We're going to have like a 3-hour stream by the time this thing is done. Some overtime. The give to Pierce. And he's brought down. He had an explosive start to the game, and he's been quiet ever since. Boy, we've definitely had opportunities to win this thing, if we not. I mean, more than one opportunity to pull out this win. Instead, we're going into overtime. Good throw by Tua out to Jarrett. Going to be just shy of the first down. Tua nearly throwing for 400 yards, like always. I mean, Tua's the man. We talked about the comparisons. He's always got the numbers. Oh, boy. Felt the pressure coming in, threw a quick one. And that ends up being a 3-and-out. Boy, was there much else to go on that play? Threw it kind of quick, but, I mean, they stacked it. So they were bringing everybody. You saw the heat. I guess Tua's really feeling the heat there. But, boy, oh boy. I mean, yeah, that was thrown into coverage, but everybody's kind of covered. So Tua just kind of slung it to the first guy he saw. Now, unfortunately, we got a punt, which puts the Washington football team in a situation where they only need a field goal to win this thing, which would be a brutal loss. And kind of the story of our season. I mean, what a season to pick. We've made the playoffs every year, and this is the one we're struggling when we're kicking off on Twitch. Haskins has thrown for 5 touchdown passes in this game. The give is to Brooks, who's up over 100 yards rushing. 6 minutes to go here. Give to Brooks again. And he's going to run over Wingo, get the first down. Wobbling, Wingo. Look at the total yards. Almost 1,000 yards combined between the two teams. Trey Flowers getting the stop. We got to keep an eye on that clock, too. Not a lot of time for possession in these shortened NFL overtimes. They cut it down to 10 minutes recently, and the Madden equivalent, I think it started out with like 7.5 or 6.5. And the defense continuing to struggle. They had a couple of nice stops in the fourth quarter, but they're back to struggling to stop things here, which means Washington kind of tearing time off the clock here. There's the give. Second and 8, ticking under 4 minutes here into overtime. The handoff. And not being able to make the tackle is Marco Wilson. And Lingard is going to drag him beyond the first down. That's atrocious and embarrassing. All the words you want to use. Remember, Washington just has to get into field goal range. They're going to get the first down as our defensive struggles continue. Something that's definitely going to be addressed in the offseason, or we hope to address in the offseason if we remain with the Dolphins. You never know. I would hope one, playoff missing season wouldn't be a firing, but that happened with our career in San Francisco. And if you'd like to see our career in San Francisco, you can check out the YouTube classic clips. We're uploading those saved clips on our hard drive, and some 49er clips are going to be going up. One against the Rams just went up. There'll be the Seahawks, I believe, went up first, and there will be one against the Rams coming up. Our first coaching gig before we got fired and went to Miami. So we're at the 2-minute warning already of overtime. So it's either us getting a stop here. I mean, that's pretty good, right? It's zone, but they're going 5 wide. Oh, it's going to be intercepted by Baker. Baker's going to take it back to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. After the missed field goal, it's the pick 6, and the Miami Dolphins are going to snatch victory away from defeat. Jerome Baker, they're dancing in the end zone. It's a walk-off touchdown. It's a walk-off home run. Dwayne Haskins, the pick 6 to the linebacker, to Baker. Him and Martinez, we often call them the heart and soul of the defense. How about that ending? Boy, this game had its ups and downs, but it ends with a pick 6 by our veteran Jerome Baker, who's been on this team for a long, long time. The walk-off interception to keep our season alive. That's right. We'll have to check out what the Jets did. I believe the Jets probably won that game against Houston, but that is a fantastic ending to an up-and-down game. Look at those numbers, man. How about it? That's fantastic. What a victory. And you guys, the viewers that are quiet in the chat, but you're watching along, You saw a hell of a game. Did you have fun? Yeah, I've had fun. That was a great ending. Look at these pictures. Should we get one of those for the thumbnail? The one of Tua. I like that Tua diving one. Tua had some rushing touchdowns, man. He did some good stuff. I think I made kind of a cool thumbnail that you'll see, but maybe we replace with the Tua diving one. All right, must-win games. We won one of them, so we moved to 6-6 as we jump ahead. I don't know if that's Sunday night or Monday night. We'll have to see. Let's look at the. Oh man, wait, did Buffalo lose? Or the Jets lose? They were right. Oh, they were blowing out Houston, and now all of a sudden we got a six-way tie. Let's take a look at the league schedule here. What happened? What happened to the Jets, man? Oh man, they ended up blowing it, right? They had a big lead. Look at that, 17 fourth quarter points. That probably, I wasn't even paying attention down below. That probably happened. Everyone on YouTube land is probably screaming at me like, how do you not see? So that's awesome. So Buffalo loses, the Jets lose, and suddenly, look at that. A three-way tie for first place. Not only that, but we play Buffalo in 3 weeks, which that might be for first place. Oh my God, that's huge. Let's take a look. Let's see what they're all tweeting about. Shalair Davis. Oh man. Tremaine Edmonds out for the year. Heartbreak in Carolina. Man. That's awesome. Not only did we have the walk-off, interception, pick six touchdown by Baker, but we also have a three-way tie for first place. That's right. Must win week 13, week 14, the name of the stream, the season on the line. We came up with a huge play, and now we're going to play one more against the Patriots. We're not really worried about them, 4-8, but we got to win, right? We want to get, and since this is a primetime game, we'll actually know how our foes did before we get into this game, so we'll kind of have the benefit of hindsight. So let's take a look at our league schedule to see what type of game this is. This is a Monday night game. All right. And, man, we've talked about our defense. Look at that. 42, 55, 40, 31. They've had some great, this was good. This was good. This was good by our defense, but our defense has also given up a boatload of points. But how about it? Look at that. I mean, we're staying in this thing. And we got New England next. Started off 3-0. Since then, we've only won 3. Since the bye week, we've won 3 games after starting 3-0. But that's okay, because we're in the playoff hunt. So we'll get into the next game. And it's Monday night. Should we have the... Well, let's look at the contracts here real quick before we jump into things here. We have... Ben Breedson. Let's take a look. It's 2 years, right? $13 million. Let's make him an offer and see if he'll take it. All right, good. So, and then everyone else, yeah, we pulled Will Lutz, especially after that last game. Joel Payne, he's not the greatest player, but he's not hurting the bank either at 650K. Let's bring him in for $1 million just to sit there as a backup role, and that's good. $2 million for we're not going to spend that much on a guard that's not doing much. Watt, he's been good for us, but 34, And these guys we can easily. I mean, this guy wants $3 million to be a backup center. Forget about it. Okay, great. So. And we'll do scouting later. So we will. Oh, we got player upgrades. Who are we upgrading? Yeah, upgrade them all, man. So we got New England Monday Night Football. We're at home, and we are going to wear. I don't know if you guys are all big Dolphins fans, but usually the Dolphin jerseys go with, it's all white at home for 1 o'clock games, and then they wear blue, the aqua blue, for 4 p.m. games. We've already worn all our alternates. We did the throwbacks twice. We did the orange uniforms once. So we're going to suit up. Should we go for the all aqua? Or just we'll just go with the regular, the normal, the Monday light aqua. And for the Patriots, we don't like, I mean, not only is that not even an option because we're playing Madden 20, but I'm not a big fan of what the Patriots wearing now, man. You got to go with the classic, the 20-year look that won you all those championships. So we're going to jump into this, the final game of the stream, man. And really, the season is on the line now because we have a 3-way tie at 6-6, and we're going to look at the bottom of the screen. We might even have a chance to get into first place by the time this thing is done. So tell your friends, tell your family, join in the stream, man, because it is first place on the line as we're winding down the season. You got Spencer Rattler and Tua Tagovailoa going toe-to-toe here. And we didn't look at the Patriots roster again. That's because we're 2 hours into this thing. That last game took forever. I mean, it was great. It was high scoring, went into overtime. But we gotta get the show on the road. We got, indoor football tonight that we gotta watch. We got NFL preseason. What time does that Broncos game start that I want to watch? It's a 9 o'clock game, right? So I mean, it's just, we got to get the show on the road. Let's look at some college football scores while we're looking at the pregame here. Yeah, Broncos Rams 9 o'clock. I want to watch that thing. Let's look at NCAA. What's happening today? UCLA won 44-10. Then we already know Fresno 45-0 and Illinois 30-22. We got UTEP and New Mexico State playing at 9:30, and Southern Utah and San Jose State at 10. We got Boise and UCF on Thursday, Temple and Rutgers, App State and East Carolina, South Florida and North Carolina, Ohio State and Minnesota. Probably the big one there, but I mean, Boise and UCF, that'll be a fun one, right? All right, let's get into this thing. Look at the viewers, man. The standings you saw just a moment ago, they all still say 6-6. That's probably not accurate because this is Monday night, and you see the Jets won, so they're 5-6. So that wasn't accurate at all. It would be nice if the standings actually reflected what the actual standings were. But so now we really have to win. I mean, the name of the stream, the thumbnail on YouTube is going to be Season on the Line. It's must win here because the Jets won, so we got to keep pace. We can't fall behind. I mean, there's a good chance that winning our division is our only opportunity to get into the playoffs. We've been there before. We've had to win the division before. So let's keep going. 6-6. It would be nice if we can finish this thing out at 10-6. Monday Night Football primetime, the final primetime game. The next 3 games will all be 1 p.m. starts for our Dolphins. That's right, you see Warwick Dunn down there. That is Warwick Dunn, the former Buccaneer, the former Falcon. And it bears repeating. For those of you that are longtime fans, I hate to repeat it, but we've done a number of future college football draft classes, so you'll see some college players that you see probably in the 2021 season in this game, because the great guys that upload those draft classes, and there was the hero, Jerome Baker, from our last game. We did their college draft for a number of years, but they only know in the future, we're going to go with a blitz, what the heck, so many players. So after we used up all the college draft classes, we started dipping back into the historic draft classes, and we did 97 as we get the quarterback sack, Xavier Howard, the cornerback sack onto Spencer Rattler, keeping that momentum going from the last game. They're still buzzing in South Beach, man. They're still buzzing from the walk-off against Washington. But we've had some historic draft classes we've thrown in, and Warwick done one of them. So you'll see players from the past, and you'll see future superstars. That's a cool mix. I mean, college players that are going to be future NFL stars you'll see here. And then former NFL legends all in the mix. So it's kind of a cool thing. So, you know, tune in. Take a look at the players. And we learn who all these players are together. There's the give for all the folks we got. When we did our WWE 2K streams, man, the guys there, they chatted up a storm. Get involved, guys. Let's look at who all is in our chat room. I'm going to give you shout-outs. As Pierce is going to go back-to-back with some impressive runs. We still got another TV viewer. He's been watching from the beginning. We got EQ Love watching in. And Haas00312_ also tuning in. Among a bunch others, a boatload others, but those are the guys watching it now. Haas, another TV viewer. Say hey in the stream. Don't be strangers, man. Say hey. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. We got Monday Night Football here. This is prime time. This is huge. Buffalo lost to Dallas. That's a big one. So we could get into a tie for first place. Not only do we still have a game as Jarrett makes the catch for the first down, we still have a game with Buffalo left on the schedule, so we can really knock them out of contention. We got to keep our eye on the Jets. Let's go with the play action. Usually these don't work too well with the various throwing motion issues, but we'll see. Play fake. Okay, we actually get it off. Unfortunately, no one's open. We're going to throw to a double cut. That's pass interference. Oh, man. Now, that was thrown into double coverage. But are you kidding me with the non-call? That's a terrible call. Look at this. We're not going to get a good... Oh, he pushes Gesicki out of the way. Oh, how is that not pass interference? That's terrible. That is terrible. I'd be losing... I mean, Coach Burke losing his mind. T. Burke on the sideline. Look at this. Oh, he shoves Gesicki out of the way to make the catch. He shoves him and makes the catch. That's terrible. Yeah. Who was that on the interception? Daxton Hill. Let's look that up. Is that a real guy? D-A-X... Daxton Hill. That sounds made up. No, it's a real guy. American football player for Michigan. With the blatant... I mean, that was Saints-Rams NFC Championship levels of bad. Let's look at Daxton Hill. Our guy is a junior in real life. As Rattler gets the pass off for a handful. He's appeared in 19 career games with 9 starts at safety. As a sophomore, started 6 games at safety. Played on special teams. Finished second on the roster. 46 tackles. So, Mr. Daxton Hill, as we talked about, those real-life college players from these draft classes with a pretty atrocious and blatant pass interference. I mean, that's bad. The fans, I mean, if this was a video game, they're quickly moved on to cheering, but in real life, the fans would be booing that one from, here to the end of the game. That's about as bad as you can get with calls. Work done. He's been thrown around by Jerome Baker in this game. That's how we like it. Yeah, we're going to go with the cover 1. We got some man, but we're also going to protect the middle as Rattler's going to drop back. We got Baker. Throw it to Baker. Maybe he gets another interception here. Well, I challenged them, and they did. And Baker let his man get the catch and get the easy first down, so you don't want to see that. Boy, oh boy, what if they score off of that atrocious call on that pass interference? That would be terrible. The give once again to Dunn, and Warwick Dunn stays on his feet. Wow. He almost got stopped in the backfield, and we already know our Dolphins, so we're going to skip past that one. 2nd and 8 for Rattler and company. And we talked about Tua's interceptions, where he's kind of got Jameis Winston syndrome a little bit. A bunch of touchdowns with a bunch of interceptions. That interception that you saw, that terrible call, is an example of why poor Tua has a lot of interceptions. They're not always his fault. Sometimes it happens like that, man. 3rd and 2, though. The give, and it is going to be a stop. Van Ginkel coming in, getting the tackle on Rashad Penny. And New England's got to punt this one away. So all is forgiven, I suppose, on what was a pretty lousy pass interference call, or non-call, rather. Got plenty of people jumping in on the stream here. Make sure you hit that follow. Follow us here on Twitch. Make sure you go onto our profile. Click the links for YouTube and Twitter. Follow us there. Twitter is where you can get some real one-on-one interaction. You know, I'm going to see the chat, but if you want to make your voice heard, you know, I'll talk with you one-on-one on Twitter. You can request, you know, what do you want to see next? Football, baseball, wrestling. You know, we had the big news. WWE 2K22 is not coming out for another half a year. So we were going to wait and start universe mode with 2K22. Shoot, we might start universe here and then just move it over. That game's not coming out for a long time. What do we stream next? Do we do more football next time we stream? Do you want to get back to the Dodgers? We had that first place battle with the Dodgers in baseball. Do you want to see more hockey? We've only done one hockey stream so far. That's where you can make the request, is over on Twitter. I'm going to see those Twitter requests before I see anything else. But follow all down the board, man. And if you're tuning in, if you're late to the stream, you missed a fantastic game, Week 13 against Washington. If you want to see what happened with Washington, an incredible battle, ask the people that were here. I mean, it was an incredible battle. We're going to upload this to YouTube right after, and we're going to do a premiere on demand, but it's going to premiere so you can watch along with everybody. Oh, looking for Boyd, and it gets swatted away. So we'll upload, and probably within, 15, 20 minutes, this video will go on YouTube, and you can watch the replay in real time with the fans over on YouTube, and you can see that amazing ending to the battle with Washington. So that'll be coming up, but for now, we're gonna keep going with Monday Night Football here against New England. AFC East Divisional battle. We already know that Buffalo lost. We knew that the Jets won, so a win here puts us in, I'd say, a tie for first place, but technically we'd be in second place because we've lost to the Jets twice. A loss and we'd really be out of it. So a win here is pretty important. We got to keep pace. Rattler dropping back, and pressure is coming in, and boy, Trey Flowers cannot have covered his man any better than what he did right there. But yet the catch was still made by Harry. Oh boy, Harry again. Wide open. Spencer Rattler's perfect so far. Let's learn about Mr. Harry. Let's see. Oh boy, they went into a replay, so they're not going to tell us. I wish they would just, tell us. N'Keal Harry. Let's see. N'Keal Harry. He's actually on the Patriots in real life, so he's been on this team for a long time. Look at that. The give to work done. N'Keal Harry out of Arizona State, and he got drafted in 2019, so all these years, if you're a Patriots fan watching this thing, Harry's been on this team for a long time. All right, end of the first, scoreless here, so much different than the shootout we had with Washington in the last game. And actually, it's a good thing we forgot to talk about it. But Washington, Rattler's gonna drop it. Oh, what happened? Oh no, we we accidentally went to the main menu. So Boy, oh boy. We hit the button and went to the main menu by accident. We got too excited trying to pick up that fumble. We actually finally made the stop on defense. We didn't have an opening drive touchdown, which is something we hadn't had in the longest time, so we finally broke that curse, which we didn't even talk about when it happened. Baker has been Warwick Dunn's worst nightmare in the first half so far. Tackle number 4, and I believe every single one of them, and they're jawing at each other, Baker and Dunn. I believe every single tackle was on Warwick Dunn, so there you go. Kick is away, and the kick is good, so New England strikes first. First points of the ball game. 5 kicks over 50 yards. We need that dude on our team. We're going to be in the market for a new kicker after this season with Will Lutz, so when we do the off-season episode, I hope you guys are more chatty down in the chat, in the stream, because I'll be using your help. Let's draft some players together, man. I don't want to just do this on my own. You guys are going to be like my front office. You're going to be my scouts. Let us know who we should draft. How about a handoff out of the gun, right? Tua, there's the give to Pierce. And if we were able to get around the defender, Pierce had a whole lot of room in front of him, but he couldn't do it. That's okay, he gets stopped. The give to Pierce again. There's a first down. Just shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 49. So Pierce starting fast again. He's been a gem of our team, that's for sure. Picked him up in the draft his second full year. Picked him up in the draft a couple of years ago. He's been great. Give it to him again. Good blocking. Tried to hit stick. That was Hill that came in and got this. No, that was actually DJ Dallas. I stand corrected. Who was in backup for Pierce. 2 on the throw. Took a hit and got rid of it to Tyler Boyd. Good catch. Portland down there still doing well. The defending Super Bowl champs. Their second NFL season since moving from Oakland over to Portland. Pierce. Nowhere for our man to go. That's Smith. That was a big stop. Let's look our man up here. Oh, not even we can't even see who that was. Well, I thought it would say tackled by, well, we don't care about New England, right? I'm just worried about our fellas. All right. Tua, good catch by Boyd. That's Boyd's second catch. So 3rd and 2. Guess what? We're going to throw it. Oh, again with the pass interference, right? I'm not crazy, right? Oh, these calls. Let's look at it. Let's see. Maybe we give him the benefit of the doubt. So we got Jarrett here. That's pass interference, right? He grabs onto Jarrett and pulls him away from the ball. Grabs Jarrett and pulls him. Because Jarrett's going to the outside. Jarrett's putting his feet down to go to the outside. Jarrett gets pulled. He gets all right. Will Lutz can he make a 41-yarder? Does he have enough leg? Usually he doesn't. We'll see. And you can't get much stronger than that. We'll know Will Lutz's limit here. And it falls short. Yeah, and that's why we're getting rid of him. The man's got no leg. We should have just gone for it on 4th and short. But we gave the man a chance. We've had 2 god-awful pass interference calls that have burned us. My goodness. Jerome Baker. I mean, poor Warwick Dunn. He's going to be seeing Jerome Baker in his nightmares tonight. Right? He's going to be seeing him all night as he goes to bed on this Monday night. As Baker's come in and pretty much stuffed every Warwick Dunn run. And Again, this time it's not Baker, it's going to be Wingo. And I believe it's still I mean, we haven't seen, he's still injured, right? We haven't seen, yeah, Blake Martinez, who's been the other. Martinez and Baker are pretty much like, they say, those linebackers that the old heart and soul, the guys that keep that team together. Those have been the two guys. And that's part of the reason our defense has struggled a bit. We've had a lot of injuries that we've dealt with. We're almost back at 100%. Rattler has a pass get thrown right off the back of someone's head. So, wow, we go from a shootout, the shootout against Washington, to this game here, which is a low-scoring affair. And we talked about that in the last stream, the one with Jacksonville, and how frustrating that could be, where, I mean, it's like, we can't get in sync. Our team cannot get in sync with each other. If we have a fantastic offensive performance, much like we did against Washington, it's always followed by a terrible defensive performance. So then we always find ourselves having to come from behind. You know, our defense gives up 1,000,000 points. We play great on offense, but our defense gives up 1,000,000 points, and we have to play from behind as Boyd drops that one. So we put up 49 points on offense, but then our defense gives up 1,000,000 points. Then we have games like the game against the Jaguars, the game against the Jets, this game here, where our defense is playing great, and then our offense struggles. It's like we can never get in sync. Tua has a wide open Mike Gesicki. There we go. Just once, I would love to have a blowout. Either the offense puts up the points and the defense holds them. We've always had the opposite. It's either back and forth shootouts or it's low scoring. The give to Pierce. Oh boy. I don't know who's down there, Jarrett, who just let his man. Pierce had a chance to break it, but Jarrett just said, you know what, I'll let him go. All right. If that man comes up and blitzes, we're hitting Gesicki. If not, we might be looking for Boyd. And he drops back into coverage, so we're looking for Boyd. And that's a pretty good defensive read, I do say so, folks. You got to read that defense. All right, let's throw it again. Don't forget to say hey in the chat if you're joining, man. If you guys are joining, say hey in the chat. I want to shout you out. We want to chat with you. We want to talk with you. We're in this together. Like I said, you guys are our... no, we're getting rid of that one. You guys are our coordinators, man. I'm the coach, but we're going to go to you for advice. What plays should we do? What players should we focus on? Let us know in the chat, and we'll do this thing. So they're looking for a blitz. We might get Jarrett. Oh, no, they dropped back. We're still going to go for Jarrett. Oh, he fumbles. That's bad. We've had a couple of issues like that in past streams. Wide receivers dropping passes. We had probably our best offensive output in this game on that drive right there. And unfortunately, it ends in a turnover. We've had two of them in this game. One of those turnovers was on that terrible pass interference as Rattler just floats that one for an incompletion. Look at Portland with that record, and LA with the opposite. Rattler's pass, it is going to be caught, both feet in. For Bryant, right? H. Bryant. What we got there? Hunter Bryant. Well, let's look it up. We'll let the computer do this one, and we'll look up Hunter Bryant. We love learning about the players. I don't know if did Dunn get it? Yeah, Hunter Bryant. He is a tight end for the Detroit Lions. He played at Washington, and his career NFL stats is 1 catch for 44 yards. So that's why we had no idea who he was. We'll look at his career here, and they're going to punt it, so it was a good stop. So Hunter Bryant, who made that last big catch, true freshman at Washington. He played 9 games, 22 catches for 331 yards. It was okay. As a sophomore, only played in 5 games, recorded 11 catches for 238 yards and 1 touchdown. And he forgoed his senior year and went to the draft, so didn't do much in college. He went undrafted in the NFL and was signed by the Lions. Had a hamstring injury, placed on injured reserve, concussion, activated, waived by the Lions, and then went on the team's non-football injury list. So what a whirlwind for poor Hunter Bryant out of Washington, his career. But look at him here, man, in New England, making a circus catch, a toe-tapping catch on the sideline. And that's the only kind of information you're going to get right here. You know, we learn these things together. We're learning about these players together on this stream. Maybe I need another name. Should I be like the NFL professor or something? Because we look up and we teach while we're here. Going into this stream, I bet people, unless you're a hardcore Washington Huskies fan, you probably have no clue who Hunter Bryant was. I just taught you about him. I taught you about his career at Washington as a Husky. I taught you about his troubles with injuries in Detroit. You learned about it here. All right, so 2-minute drill time. We're going to try to make up for the one we didn't have, the unsuccessful one against Washington. Andy Isabella, who had a pretty impressive game against Washington. He's going to drop that pass. So it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. We got people jumping in left and right in the stream here. Don't forget to say hello, because Twitch, as much as I always check, and it's going to be a good throw out to Boyd, who will go out of bounds to stop the clock. As much as I like to check the Twitch stream and give my shout outs to the people that are watching, the function on Twitch where you click and hit users in chat doesn't seem to always update. So say hello if you're out there, and I'll shout you out. Again, going to Boyd. How about a divide wheel? We're going to go all out here. Nobody in the backfield. To Isabella, who's open. And Isabella went to the sideline. Did he? Oh, the refs in this game are terrible. I'm just going to say it. The ball, that was 4,000 passing yards for Tua, which is right on pace for what he does. The ball hit out of bounds, so that should stop the clock, should it not? Tua's going to take off. How about we get a block? Oh, boy. Jarrett doesn't even try to block. I mean, come on. Watch the replay. This is terrible. Watch this. Your quarterback's running, and Jarrett's looking at him, and Jarrett's like, if he throws a block, oh my God, maybe we get a touchdown. That's terrible. Terrible, I say. All right, we're going to go for the deep attack because it's Mike Gesicki, and it works pretty well for us most of the time. And, oh! Well, we're going to call a timeout. You know what happened? We got burned by the throwing motion, our favorite. That's the frustrating. It's one thing to get sacked. Okay, whatever. When your finger is mashing the button down and you get sacked, that's just bad. That's slow throwing motion. Just out of the reach for Andy Isabella as it falls incomplete. So we're at the 36. 4th and 11. There's no way Will Lutz is making that. We already saw he can't even make a 40-yarder, so we're just going to go for it. Isabella can't hang on to it. He had the ball in his hands, and he lets it fall to the turf. That hurts. Look at this. Cannot hang on to it. There's a real possibility, unless there's something happens defensively, that we're going into the half not scoring a point. The week after, we put 48 on the board. I mean, that's the story of this team. The inconsistency. That's the unfortunate story of this Miami Dolphins team. We're just going to try to get into the locker room, maybe regroup. The good thing is our defense is playing strong. So we got that going for us. Rattler on the screen. Warwick Dunn finally his best offensive output. And it was by way of a screen. It's a party now. They're screaming on defense. It's a party now. Rattler just, he could have had lunch back there in that pocket, the way that sat open. Oh boy, I thought that one was falling incomplete. It did not.
Come on, fellas.
Oh boy, they didn't even, they let that thing just go, right? Okay. Well, I thought they were going down to score unless they didn't have timeouts. They just let the clock run out on that thing. Well, we'll take it as we're looking at the scores from around the league from this week. And that's enough of that. All right. We got to get some points. I mean, that's it. We got a score here. I don't know if we've ever been shut out in my Madden 20 coaching career with the 49ers or with the Dolphins. We've had some shutouts. One of my favorite games from our Super Bowl year against the Carolina Panthers is when Tua was injured. We had Josh Rosen as the backup, and it was like 56-0. Everything that could possibly go right went right for us. As Tyler Boyd, we've talked about him being pretty injury prone, but he comes up hurt again, and we'll see if it's for the long haul. And boy, oh boy, Tua just immediately gets ripped down by Uchi. You know what we got to do? We got to learn about some players. Shoulder strain, so Boyd's out. Josh Uchi. He's a real-life linebacker with the Patriots. That's always the, I don't know every player. That's why we're learning. But, we're going to throw it on 3rd and 15. I don't even know what much he's done for New England. He's only had 9 tackles and 1 sack. So, I mean, that's why I hadn't heard of him. But we've seen some lifers here. Tua's going to go to the outside. It's going to be dropped by Puka Nacua, who is in for Tyler Boyd. But we've seen 2. We've seen Harry, and we've seen Uchi, who, I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing that name right. But guys that are rookies here, this is like, 8-9 years in the future. So if you're Patriot fans, you're looking at guys that have been on the team for a long time. All right, so, boy, what a low-scoring game. The contrast, you're going to look at the thumbnail. It's already up on Twitter. But when it comes up on YouTube and be like, boy, one of these games was like, a Big 12 football game in terms of offense. And then this one is like Auburn and Mississippi State from back in the day, right? You know what I'm talking about with that score. There's the handoff to Warwick Dunn. He's going to get the first down. Well into the second half here. The give to Dunn again, and Dunn stays on his feet, and who else but Baker? That guy's got like a magnet for Warwick Dunn. I mean, he's gotten him every step of the way. We're going to look at some scores here. It's the indoor, you guys indoor football fans, arena football. I love me some arena football. The Bismarck Bucks and the Massachusetts Pirates, they are tied 7-7 in the second quarter, so they have a low-scoring game going, and that's indoor football. That's on the 50-yard field. They're playing there. Short pass out there is Rattler. moving his team down the field. So the Pirates and the Bucks 7-7. Let's look at some other scores here from around the league on this August 28th. We already read the college football scores. There's preseason going on. We have Baltimore up on Washington 28-3 as you see Warwick Dunn getting the first down. Look at some stats here. Tyler Huntley, 13 of 16 for 2 touchdowns for Baltimore. And Washington, Kyle Allen, 10 of 22 for 100 yards. Not great. The Bears and the Titans tied 0-0 as Dunn gets the ball again. Fields, just 3 or 4 for 15 yards. Matt Barkley, 2 of 5 for 12 yards and an interception. That's not good. You guys want some baseball scores? We'll read them off here. Boston up on the Guardians 5-2. The Phillies over the Diamondbacks 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. 0-0 game. Look at that defense there by our Dolphins. We got the Tigers and the Blue Jays tied 0-0 in the bottom of the 5th. The Marlins all over the Reds 5-1, bottom 4th. Astros over the Rangers in the 2nd. The Pirates losing to the Cardinals 2-0. And then a couple of other scoreless games. Twins and Brewers 0-0. Mets and Nats 0-0 in the 1st. And San Francisco on top of the Braves 1-0 in the 2nd. Some finals. Oakland defeating the Yankees 3-2. We talked about that terrible call earlier, if you joined us earlier in the stream. And the Royals taking down the Mariners 4-2. So, that's what you get here. T-Burke 27. Not only do we learn about players, man, we're like ESPN, we're Sports Center. We read off all the scores of the day. We always try to put the date in the thumbnail, and that way we can remain topical as we read off the scores. But we're getting close to the end of the 3rd quarter. We have not scored yet. That's not good. I mean, our defense is playing one of their best games, and we're letting them down on offense. And it's usually the other way around. Usually the offense is playing out of their mind, and it's the defense that lets us down. So there you go. Let's see what we can get going on this drive here. Oh boy. That one was tipped away as Isabella kind of cut to the inside, which is probably what he was called to do. Yeah. There we go to Jarrett on the slant, and Jarrett, well, we've talked about his issues, man. We're gonna have to address him. He is great. He makes the big plays, but man, in this game and all the past games, he's had 1 million drops. He had the fumble, which cost us points in the first half. He has a hard time hanging on to the football. It's a bad quality to have in a receiver. Tua is going to go deep down the field to Andy Isabella, and it's going to be knocked away. And the offensive struggles of the Dolphins continue here. We have a chance to get into first place. You see the Jets score at the bottom, 21-18. They're sitting at 7-6. And in first place, we're sitting at 6-6. The Bills right behind us at 6-7 rather. We want to be right there in contention, man. We're just hitting 2.5 hours on the stream, man. Oh, it's tipped, and it's still going to be caught by Harry. Boy, oh boy. Had a chance for an interception. Didn't do it. Warwick Dunn. He gets brought down. That was the Prince that got him. We're going to go with the blitz now. All right, there's the sack. There's the sack. Who got him? That was Howard. Right? Yeah, Xavier Howard. Hunt is away. Fielded by Dallas. Oh, look at this return. He's got the punter to beat. Gets past him. Then runs into everyone else. Just trying to figure out the proper way to say Prince Dobra. It's Dobra, right? I'm going to say we're all learning together. If there's any Longhorn fans out there, but we just call him the Prince out of respect, man. Let's see. We got season highlights here. Do they say his name in these highlights, or is it? Oh, there's music. Can't play that. Here we go.
Nebraska, Washington. Now I have 2 shoeboxes full of letters, and I'm on my 3rd one. I'm just like, wow, it's just crazy. Prince is the best edge pass.
I got an ad. The Wells Fargo ad.
In one piece feels good. All while keeping your kids busy, clients happy.
This is where the money's made, right here.
Unstoppable.
Getting the name pronunciations down.
You can bank without missing a beat.
Prince Dorba, 4-star.
Dorba. Prince Dorba. Hey, we're all learning together. How many people out there knew how to say Prince Dorba? He's still at Texas, right? And every time I look up one of these players, and it seems like with the new transfer rules, I mean, people are transferring left and right. Second and 3. What do we do here? Tight end attack? Nah. They want us to run it. We'll run it. Yeah, he's still at Texas. Second-year linebacker. Prince Dobra. The give to Pierce. Good blocking. Pierce, if he had a little more speed, could have broken it. But this is looking good as far as the offense output. We're moving. And that's what we need in this 6-0 game, Monday Night Football. It's looking like the Dolphins and the Steelers. Remember that game a few years ago? The famous game where the ball landed right in the... It was raining and it landed right in that Heinz Field turf, that beautiful turf. Like a dart. 2 on the pass. Finds Jarrett. Not a problem to hang on to at that time. He had enough of a break. What do you think? We're going to take a shot. We're going to go 4 wide. We're going to see how the coverage looks. We got Puka, who's possibly one-on-one, and we got Isabella. We'll see how he can do. And we're backing up, and we're going to look for Puka, who's one-on-one coverage. And he had the ball in his hand, and it got punched away. So we took a shot. Didn't work out. That's all right. 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Tua dancing. Oh boy, and if this was any other game with a faster throwing motion, I would have thrown it away. But there was no way that was going to happen, unfortunately. As soon as they start barreling down on you, there's no way you can get rid of the ball. You can see I tried. I hit the button to try to throw it away. But there's no happening with that throwing motion. Someone let me know, any Madden 22 players out there. Is the throwing motion any better in Madden 22 where... Oh boy, that went nowhere to anybody. So 4th and 20, 60-yard field goal. I don't know what game they're watching because Will Lutz cannot make that. We're just going to pin him deep. Do we have a punt on here? Yeah, we're just going to pin him deep here, or try to. If we can get it. Let's do a sky kick. Maybe we can we pin him? If we do one of these sky kicks here. It's going to go, and we're going to, we pin him right there at the 15, so that's pretty good. But yeah, those of you, our Twitch guys, our Twitch viewers, they're quiet in the chat, but those of you that are watching on demand on YouTube, leave the comments down below. How's the throwing animation in Madden? Is it faster? When you hit it in Madden 22, do they actually throw it? That's been the one frustration, at least for me, that I've had with Madden 20, is, and I even went in, I had to go in and change the throwing motion of Tua to give him the Aaron Rodgers throwing motion because it is that much faster, and it's still a big issue. So it still doesn't work. So, yeah. I said, one day if the price does go down, I still want to finish this thing out with the Dolphins, but if we finish this thing out and the price on Madden 22, because, we're like most people. I think we're all kind of in agreement. We enjoy the game, but there's not enough put in. Like, I mean, how can they? The game designers. How can you possibly build a brand new game from scratch in less than a year? It's like impossible. You're seeing how long it's taken them to put WWE 2K22 together. They need an extra 7 months. They've been working on that thing for over 2 years now. It's hard to justify dropping a full $60-70 on a brand new Madden as Spencer Rattler gets that pass away to a game where there's not a whole lot of changes made besides just some roster changes. So if they drop a $15 or $20, they do those sales all the time. I bought a NHL 21 not too long ago with one of those sales for about $20. I'll definitely pick up Madden 22, but for now, we're sticking with old Madden 20. Alrighty, so we got to get down to clutch time here. I think this might be one of the longest we've gone on this Dolphins career without any points on the board. I mean, what the heck is happening? It's we've just been held down, and it's getting to be where they're moving down the field now. The Patriots, and with their record, they're 4-8. They're not even looking that good. It's kind of bad, embarrassing. Hopefully that's a hold and that'll back them up. It is, so that helps. We don't want to let them score because then suddenly becomes a 2-score game. We can't even get 1 score. So, but that hold definitely helps because that knocks those Patriots back out of field goal range. There's the give to Dunn, and Howard is going to come in and get the tackle. Yes, sir. Xavier Howard. So second down. We're going to keep in the zone protection. Just let them get the yards and try to stop them. They give to Warwick Dunn. There's been so many stops on Warwick Dunn. That was McKinney that got the stop. And now we're going to blitz. Is that maybe that's a dumb move. We're going to switch to the cover because they're in the gun, so they're definitely throwing it. And you saw there was nobody for Rattler to throw it to, and he threw it short. So the zone offense works to protection. There's Baker. I mean, we've used his name. I don't know how many times. We're gonna owe him money for how many times we've used his name in this stream. They boot that one out of bounds at the 11. So we'll see. Can we go the length of the field? We got to go 89 yards. We're immediately going to go to the air. No Tyler Boyd. He went out with injury. Tua to Mike Gesicki. Good catch for a first down. Tua's only thrown for 162 so far today. I was going to try to run it. Coach wants us to keep, or I should say some of our coordinators want us to keep throwing it, so we'll keep throwing it here. Good catch by Isabella. He's juking around. Oh, and he gets crushed there. Going in a pretty obvious running situation here. The give to Pierce. So points allowed. That makes it even worse. That's really embarrassing for our team. The Patriots are 32 in the NFL for points allowed. We have to look at some of their scores because we're pretty bad. Like, our defense is pretty bad when it comes to scoring. Someone in the chat remind me to check the Patriots scores after the game. We're going to get the first down here. Good block, and there goes Pierce as he gets brought down. They're 32. That means they're the worst of the worst in the league for points. We have 0. That's really, really bad and really embarrassing for our offense. We're going to see if we can get this play that we had gets Washington with Andy Isabella, and there it is. He was open, but good defense. And you're seeing our passing offense second in the leagues for passing yards and the numbers that we have today. Man. All right. We just got to focus. Who cares about numbers and stats? They can throw all the stats on the screen that they want. Good catch by Jarrett. Yes. Tua gets it away to Jarrett, who makes the grab. We're going to take a shot. We're going 4 verticals. Hey, we might have Gesicki wide open. Let's see how they play it. Nope, they're going to drop back. We're going for one-on-one to Puka Nacua. And is that interception going to stand? No, they're going to say the feet weren't down. We had one-on-one in the back of the end zone. And, yeah, so that's what happened there. Tua's pass, caught. Who is that? Burbank? Oh my God, I don't even know who that is coming in to make a play. He's got to be deep on the depth chart. Let's look at that. That's the first time I've called his name in all these games. Oh my God, that's someone that's deep. Yeah, look at that. Ashton Burbank. Is that a real guy? Is that one of the auto players? Let's see. Ashton. We're going to learn again if he's a new guy. Burbank. Football. Asking the Google gods. Yeah, he is I'm just seeing high school stuff. Is he even in college yet? He looks like he is well, it says here he's a sophomore linebacker. So maybe he just shares a name. He might be an auto-created Madden guy. Because according to this, he is a linebacker in high school at Barlamain Jefferson Varsity High School. But according to this, he's a wide receiver on 5th string. So, I don't know. He's either a user, a Madden, the Madden gods generated him, or he's just someone that was created to mimic the high school player, and they changed position to give to Pierce. Now he's a guy that was created by the Madden gods. Getting close to that 100 yards. 6-0 on Monday Night Football, folks. Tua to Jarrett. Jarrett got hit, and he loses the football again. We know about Jarrett's issues. The stone hands, the hands of stone. Let's see. We're going to go slants again. It's either going to be Jarrett or Isabella. If not, we're kicking a field goal and playing for defense. Oh boy, no one's really open. There's Isabella. He's open. Touchdown, Miami on the board. Yes. And we're a Will Lutz extra point away. The first touchdown of this Monday Night Football game. It happens late in the 4th. How fantastic would this be? 2 wins, 2 fourth-quarter wins as we're looking at the replay. Yeah. Oh, boy. A lot of love for Andy Isabella. Now, Will Lutz, he missed the extra point in our last game with Washington. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It is... No! Oh, what is happening? Oh... Not only did he miss the extra point in the last game, he missed the game-tying play in the last game, and then here, oh, we might really have to look. Boy, oh boy, Will Lutz, I don't even know if there's another kicker we can sign. I mean, we're way past the trade. That was pretty close to the middle, right? I mean, on the little Madden scale. You can't get much closer to the middle. I mean, I guess you could, obviously. But that was pretty close to the middle, and the kick was still no good. Oh, boy. We're getting burned by our field goal kicks today, folks. I'm going to jump up for a second and let the computer take this next play while I throw the phone on the charger, the phone I've been using to look at the chat, which has been quiet as can be. Spencer Rattler's out to Warwick Dunn. It's going to be caught for the first down. Xavier Howard, Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, here we go. Maybe we get some more overtime. This is going to be one of our longest streams. I mean, it already is. We might be cracking 3 hours if this thing goes into overtime. Spencer Rattler now really getting the ball rolling here. The give to Dunn. And he gets brought down by Van Ginkel. I don't know if this Twitch stream is even the chat on Twitch is even updating, because it's showing the same 3 people in the chat, but I know it's been, we've had people joining left and right for this stream. Another stop there to Dunn. They've given Dunn a lot of touches. He's had a handful of good plays, but nothing really broken out. All right, this is pretty big here. 3rd and 7. This is a huge play, and it is going to be a first down as Bell is going to get injured on his second catch, and now we're really up against it. Now we got our heels dug in. Oh boy, that was a good hit to jar the ball loose. Second and 10. I mean, the one save, and here the broken record again is being Baker getting in there, his 9th tackle, and probably all 9 of them have been on Warwick Dunn. So 3rd down and short, or 3rd and 8, so not 3rd and short, but we're tied 6-6, and we're going to go with the suggested play. Will Lutz might be let off the hook if New England goes down and kicks a field goal. It will be all for naught, that missed extra point, because it wouldn't have mattered if he made it or not. The give to Warwick Dunn, who gets smashed. We call the timeout. New England's going to go for the field goal to take the lead. We're going to try for the block here. We're going to hope for the best. And the kick is good. All right. As we're closing in on hour 3 of what's been a legendary long stream. We've had 2. I mean, if you're a fan of offense, go watch the Washington game on demand. It is your offensive game. If you're a fan of defense, you're watching the game right now. I mean, this is the big game. We got to go with the offense now. 2-minute drill, just like against Washington. A field goal to send into overtime for the 2nd time in this stream, which would make this epic stream go even longer. A touchdown would more than likely win it for us. Quick throw to Mike Gesicki. Lowers the shoulder, he gets brought down. They keep the clock rolling. Out of the gun. And we're going to throw it away. And that was a late hit. Boy, oh boy. We've had a couple of pretty bad calls in this game, right? I mean, the pass interferences, So we're going to try to get Gesicki again. We got Puka Nacua if he's not open. And he's going to be pretty well covered, And Puka's pretty well covered, too. He finally going to break away. And he ends up dropping it. Oh, man. Okay. So what do we go with here? We just got to get the first, right? So let's not do anything. Let's go with the stick. And we're going to make a hot route here. We're going to have Tyler Fromm cut in. So we got our over the middles covered. And we want Andy Isabella, R1, to go deep. Because he's their speedster. So here we go. Oh! Thought Jarrett was going to cut across a little harder than he did. It falls incomplete, but we got to go for it. This is your game here. Oh boy. What do we go with? Let's go with the hook. We got Isabella, we got Puka Nakua, we got Jarrett. The game is on the line. This is it. To get into first place, we're going to look for Isabella. Oh, and he can't hang on to it. No, Andy Isabella has the ball in his hands, takes the hit, loses the ball. Oh, man. The drops and the 32nd ranked defense holds our number 2 passing offense to just 1 touchdown. 6 points. Do we have any hope of getting the ball back? We have 2 timeouts. There's a very, very small chance we get the ball back. But it's darn near impossible. Work done gets stopped again by Wingo. Keep giving the ball to Work done. The guy's done nothing today, and we love it. Keep feeding him the rock. They're gonna play conservative, man. They're at midfield. They're gonna run it. Oh well. They're gonna throw it. They're gonna throw it, and it's caught. Oh, not enough for the first down. As we take the last time out. Wait, did they give him the first down? Oh, oof. And they're not going to review it, and we can't even challenge it because it's under 2 minutes, and the challenge is going to be locked. Yep, and we don't even have any timeouts. We've had some pretty bad calls in this game. Boy, oh boy. I mean, this is reminiscent of a season we didn't do on Twitch, but we had one season where some bad calls really cost us down the stretch. Let's look at this. Okay, so here's the first down. Let's look at it, right? First down is here. 35-yard line. That's where the stick is, on the 35. The ball. Oh, yeah. What do you guys think? Is that a first down? It's hard to tell because the guy runs. I mean, it's 35. There's where the ball hits. Not only that, you could argue maybe he even bobbled the ball on the way down. They're not going to review it. They never do in this freaking game. We can't challenge. And we're going to get a game stolen from us. I mean, we didn't exactly light the world on fire on offense. But boy, oh boy. Some of those calls, right? I mean, come on. I'm not crazy with the pass interferences, the not a first down. Boy, that was brutal. We're going to take a look at New England's season just because we saw that they were ranked 32nd in the league. We named this stream Must Win Week 13 and 14 season on the line. We went 1-1. We might still have some hope with the playoffs, but it's starting to look pretty bleak here. So we'll have to see what happens. Man. Look at that. I mean, almost an exact opposite of what the score was in the first game against Washington. That sucks. That's a tough one to lose with some bad calls down the stretch and some poor offense. So, for those of you that are watching, that joined us during the stream, you guys were quiet in the chat, let us know on Twitter, on YouTube, what do you want to see stream next? We'll probably jump on tomorrow, maybe do some more streaming tomorrow. Do you want to see more football? Do you want to see baseball, hockey, wrestling? Go ahead and make the requests. Let us know what you want to see. Look at 6-9. That's terrible. And then the week before, there was a shootout. So we got an injury decision here. High chance of re-injury. Season's on the line, man. I mean, it's on the line. We gotta have him out there. We gotta do it. So we got the Colts at 6-6. That's a winnable game. Let's take a look at what's happening here. You see where we're sitting as far as the playoffs go. Giants have already clinched the Steelers and the Riverhogs. So last year, it was the Giants and Riverhogs in the Super Bowl. The Steelers have also been in the Super Bowl a lot recently, but we're looking at the AFC. So if we don't win our division, can we get in the playoffs? Steelers, Riverhogs. Man, it's going to be tough. I mean, Baltimore, you're looking at your top 6 teams. Even if Baltimore loses all of their games, they'll be at 8-8. So we're really going to need some help. If we don't win our division, I mean, we really got to finish 9-7 and hope that the Ravens lose everything. There's a possibility the Chiefs and Bengals lose out as well. I don't know if we can, at our record, tie them and leapfrog them, but ooh, holy smokes, it's not looking good. Unless the Jets have a collapse and we can sneak in. I mean, there's still 3 games left. So we got the Colts, the Bills, and the Ravens. So possibly 2 more streams to conclude the season. And we'll look and see if anything interesting happened. Yeah, Dylan McCaffrey. It could be a tough game, they say, for the McCaffrey kids. No big news. Normally around this time of the season, you start to see if any teams are moving or getting new stadiums. Not seeing much of that here. Let's look at we'll look at the Patriots schedule first, because we were kind of shocked by the fact that the Patriots were 32 in the league in points allowed, and then they let us. They look pretty decent. I mean, 14, 20, they're not awful. I don't think they're any worse than us. I don't know how they're 32 in the league. Yeah, we beat them early. Look at that, 9-6. That's terrible. And then just a quick look at our schedule. And you guys are somewhat familiar with it by now, but we started off big win against the Texans, Patriots, and Portland. Then we hit the bye week and we fell apart. Blown out by the Bills, struggled against the Jets, got the win against the undefeated Titans. They were undefeated at the time. Then we got put down by the Cowboys, 40 by the Eagles. We were able to bounce back with the low-scoring game against the Jags, 55 from the Giants, another heartbreaker to the Jets, and then the ones we did today. I mean, 48 points, and we followed it up with a 6-point performance. So, not good. And we will look at let's look at Tua stats, because for those of you that are kind of new, how do we look at that? Just through roster, and we can look at past stats, view player card, and view stats. You can look at the history of what we've done with Tua over the years. So this was the year we came on with Tua. His rookie year, we were not the coach, and then we jumped in here, second year. And then ever since then, I mean, 4,000 yards. Boy, the sacks are pretty atrocious, as you see there. But that's part of that slow throwing motion that we talk about. But, I mean, 4,000 yards, 4,000 yards, 4,000, 5,000, 5,400. So every year after his second year, the guy's thrown for no less than 4,000 to 5,000 yards. He's already at 4,000 yards again here for this season. As you said, the touchdown to interception ratio has been the issue. I mean, that's Jameis Winston stuff right there and there. But there he had 34, and last year was the best with 41 to just 26. So before we wrap things up, we're going to take... what are we going to look at? We take a final look at... I suppose we're just going to look at... Well, let's look at free agents real quick. See if there's any kickers. I mean, man, Will Lutz, what the heck was that? Any good kickers we can sign? 70, no. No one that's great. Unless we cheat it and just boost their stats. But... yeah, we'll do scouting next time. This stream's already gone long enough, and negotiate. All right, so for those of you that tuned in, Thank you for watching. If you want to see any of the highlights, we're going to upload this thing right now to YouTube, and probably in about 30 minutes, you can watch the premiere with all the other folks on YouTube and chat in real time. So be sure to tune in over there. Give us the follow on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll stream tomorrow. Good possibility. So jump on Twitter and let us know what you want to see. Do you want to see more football? Do you want to see baseball? Do you want to see our road to the show that I got planned in my head? Do we do more Mike Tyson in the ring universe, some hockey? Let us know on Twitter what you want to see, and we'll see you guys next time.